Hi, everyone. Welcome to
a podcast will save this relationship. I'm Sarah, she, her.
I'm Josh, he, him.
You
and
should take an edible while Josh talks about Now You See Me.
On today's podcast, we talked about the movie Now You See Me.
You should take an edible right now before you watch it.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense.
And then also, we read Reddit stories, as per usual.
Yeah.
You know what's up.
You know what's up.
Yeah, y'all are chill.
But yeah, go get like really high. I'm not high this entire time. I'm just not on my Limitless pill.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to get a refill.
Thumbs
I'm
up.
out.
So
but yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. So
well, it's good. It's fine.
The podcast is good. Yeah.
I really phoned it in this time.
That's
I will
fair.
say.
Yeah.
I really did. But I think it's all right.
I think it's an all right episode.
The stories were good.
Yeah, I think the stories were good too. Yeah.
I really zoned out a lot during Now You See Me, though. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
But I did a lot of fun things. Like I put cards in my hat.
Yeah. And I'm going to try and remember when I edit this to make sure that I cut to you.
When I do
for the
put
visuals, yeah.
cards in my hat, yeah.
So yeah, if you enjoy the podcast, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Check out our Patreon, buy me a coffee at those websites /APWSTR. We got Straight Over Coffee. We have Palestine links. We have
Salamander.
We have Palestine, Congo, and Sudan links down in the description as well. Distributed computing as well. Enjoy the episode.
Yeah. Doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doop. Is this your card? Is this your card? Is this your card? Is it? About this? No? What about this one?
See you all there.
Bye.
Bye. What are you doing there, Sarah?
Pick a card, any card.
All right, I'll pick. All right. Well, it's facing you. You're gonna know what card I pick.
Yeah, shut up. Pick a card.
Okay. All right. All right. So for the audience at home, that's what.
I literally could see it.
Well, you.
You literally just went like.
It was facing you. Anyway. It doesn't matter.
No, it's not. I couldn't see it when you pick it.
Okay. All right.
Because you did it too fast.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Okay. Yeah. I won't look.
All right. Close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed.
Fucking pick one. Jesus Christ.
They're all sticky. Fuck, man.
You're sticky.
Okay. Here's the card to the audience. I'm showing it on both cameras.
And shove it back in there.
All right. Just in a random spot.
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't even memorize it. Okay, there we go.
What? Okay, great. Cool. Awesome. Anyway, now the magic comes in. Yeah. Is this your card?
No, it's not.
Is this your card?
No, it's not. No. We're not even on the right suit, man. Close, but no cigar. No.
I didn't take my Limitless pill today. Could anyone tell?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how much of that stays in.
I feel worse than when I started the pill. I feel less capable than when I got on any pill at all.
Do you feel limited? Is what you're saying?
I feel weirdly unlimited. Like I could go so fast.
Okay, all right, I feel that.
It's so strange.
Okay.
I literally couldn't. We had to read the Reddits to choose them today.
Yeah. Yeah, you were like,
I can't read anymore. I can't do that anymore. I can't.
That's fair. That is fair. But okay, all right.
It sounded like everyone was speaking gibberish in their fucking Reddit.
I will say, you said one of the titles, and I was like,
it's insane.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right. But also, fucking Reddit's never a fun website. So what was I expecting? Yes.
It's like like when there's a hacking montage in like a movie.
Yeah, and it's just a bunch of like random
numbers and like they're
and
sweating
letters.
And they're typing.
Yeah.
Like
that was you
that's
picking
me
the Reddit.
Doing literally fucking anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
When before I'd be like, oh, that's dumb. And then without fucking Concerta, my brain is like, fuck,
you're in the Matrix.
What the fuck does that even mean? I don't even know. It's like, that's so crazy.
That's
man.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not going to be a good movie discussion for you then.
Why?
Because it's. Okay, so
I have tarot cards also.
Yeah, which also is
from Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, from
so we're gonna read our tarot. This is the Two of Wands.
Okay.
So there's fire and like golems or whatever, cyclops, and they're beating up a sword with other hammers. which means we're gonna beat the shit out of this movie. I think.
Okay,
with
good.
our hammers.
Okay,
with hammers.
Got it.
We're gonna beat this movie up with hammers.
Okay, can I? Okay,
Both of us.
let me introduce this then, because
What movie could it be? Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
So, all right, listen.
Yeah.
Last time I did a movie discussion, like all hell broke loose, right?
Why did I decide to do a visual gag on our audio podcast?
Well, there's a visual element for YouTube people.
Well,
so.
yeah, but like it's a podcast, you know? Like, can we all stop like reacting to videos online on our podcast?
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
It's a podcast.
It's a podcast.
You're supposed to listen to it while driving or sleepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, okay.
That's dumb. Anyway,
Okay.
go ahead.
Last time we did a movie discussion, all hell broke loose. The Dow went down 50 points.
You'd say the underworld broke loose.
The underworld broke loose.
Because
And
Joshua completely misinterpreted a goth movie and then called it not goth.
yes, all right, listen. I made
Even
some
though
mistakes.
it is goth.
But today, I think what with this movie discussion,
Yeah.
I think the world is going to have more flowers in it. I think that, like, it's going to be a rebirth of nature. Everything's going to be fine. Global warming solved. Because this is a movie that no one's gonna fucking complain about that I'm talking about.
I don't know, Josh. What if like just doing the ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, like, or do you think people are gonna be in the comments like, "This is my favorite movie ever"?
No, no, this is not.
Sure, somebody liked it.
I mean, I
They
think
got
people
a sequel.
2 sequels actually. They're making another one that's coming out next year.
What?
The hit movie Now You See Me.
Oh, I'm so
It's going to
excited.
be Now You See Me 2, and then also Now You See Me 3.
Wow.
Because there's no end to our torture. There's no end to our torment. So, okay, Now You See Me. All right.
Do you think when they end it, it's gonna finally be Now You Don't?
Well, okay, that's an interesting point because there is a Now You Don't part of this movie. They've cashed that check in already.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, let's get some ground rules here.
Sure.
Okay, let's get some ground rules here.
Fine.
This is a 2013 movie starring Jesse Eisenberg, like 2 years after The Social Network.
Yeah. So this is what happens. This is what Mr. Facebook does after.
Yeah, after
making the
fucking
Facebook.
everyone over. Yeah, Woody Harrelson's in it.
Yeah.
Isla Fisher, Dave Franco's in it.
Right.
Mark Ruffalo's in it. Morgan Freeman's in it.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people in this movie.
This is the period of movies where Mark Ruffalo is just kind of doing movies.
Yeah,
He's just kind of running around doing a movie.
wacky stuff. Yeah,
Like he was in Begin Again, I think, around the same time.
Probably, yeah.
And that's a great movie. Everyone should watch that movie. That one's really good. It's got CeeLo Green in it, which he does like a weird sex character in that one. But it's good.
Right.
Keira Knightley plays guitar and she sings, and
yeah,
it causes her fights with her husband because her husband's an actual like guitarist
yeah,
or something. So he had to like teach her how to play guitar, and then they learned very quickly that when you're dating, sometimes you don't have a good teacher-student relationship when you're dating or married or whatever. So I don't know, but it's good. There's some good songs. The guy that wrote You Get What You Give by the New Radicals wrote that entire movie.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very good
But
artist.
okay, so those are the people in this. Oh, also, I think Michael Caine is in this as well.
Michael
Alfred
Caine.
from Batman.
Okay.
So yeah, the Hulk, Alfred from Batman, and Jesse and Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, and Dave
become
Franco.
magicians
Before Dave Franco really popped off,
Yeah.
married Allison Brie
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
in real life. Yeah.
in real life, yeah. So okay, so all these people, they all come together.
Yeah.
In this ensemble cast for magic. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So literally, it's gonna be hard not to reference every other video I've watched about Now You See Me, because I think Now You See Me is weirdly the most fascinating movie I've watched for talking about on the show.
In the zeitgeist of film guys complaining about shitty movies, it's like became one of the ones.
Yeah, it like there's a Leo Vader video about it's like titled like so we're the magicians and Now You See Me wizards or what, and it's a good video.
Yeah.
There's the Harmontown bit that's just like talking about the sequel and how it should be called Now You Don't.
Yeah.
And that's where we're doing the Bada-Dada-Dada-Dadup because that's
He's
referenced a lot.
Yeah, he just kind of randomly starts doing that. And then he goes for an hour.
Yeah, because that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be hard not to reference because he's correct about everything in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna expand on it. I'm just gonna sadly I'm gonna expand on it. Yeah. This movie made money. Like it made a profit.
I like that you said that like with a question mark at the end.
It made it somehow.
Made money?
I guess.
Huh?
It made like $200 million at the box office.
That's a lot. That's too much.
2013 dollars. Like
that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of fucking money.
That's a lot of 2013 dollars.
Like, we all got scammed. We all got tricked by magicians. They all got played.
Shit, dude.
So
they were wizards or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's just jump into it, man. Because let's just jump into this fucking movie. Because I don't know if I love this movie or if I hate it. It's not.
Wait,
it's not
actually genuinely like this movie?
No, not in the way that you like.
You know, people are gonna be so pissed at you now if you genuinely like this movie and you didn't like Underworld.
No, I like this. I don't like this movie like I like Citizen Kane. I kind of like this movie as if I like The Room, if that makes sense.
Do you like Citizen Kane?
Yeah, I like Citizen Kane, yeah. Because I think it's actually a decent movie.
Okay.
I respect that movie more than the one they teach in film school. It's about the Confederacy or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Birth of a Nation.
Yeah.
I like the White Stripes song that's just all quotes from Citizen Kane.
That's true, yeah. But okay.
The Union Forever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's how the movie starts.
Sure.
We have to. It's. I'm really bringing up Mark Zuckerberg.
I'm assuming it's like.
It's not actually. They wait for that. They hold off on it for 10 minutes.
Right.
Okay. So we have to introduce all four of our magicians, right? And the first one is Mark Zuckerberg, Jesse Eisenberg.
He's
I guess he's David Copperfield?
No,
David Blaine?
No.
What's his name?
David Blaine, I
Maybe.
guess?
He's doing like a card trick.
Yeah.
He gets the voiceover narration, which isn't good because he's Mark Zuckerberg and he's like talking about like look closely and like what you see is actually not what you see, and it's like really like weird.
And then isn't it like there's a card on this lady's tit or whatever?
We'll get to that. There's so he's doing a card trick in front of like a bunch of people, but he's only focusing on hot woman number one
as he wants to bang.
Yeah, and like so he's like, oh, I'm gonna flip all these cards. And then, like, it's like, okay, I did it real too fast, and then I did it slow. And the trick is basically he put a bunch of 7 of diamonds in there, like, to make you think that you saw only the 7 of diamonds. And then he's like...
And then he pulls out the 7 of diamonds, and everyone's like...
Well, see, that was
gross. Cut that out. I didn't like that.
That's all right. Bleep that. Okay. But so, like, he's like, all right, you know which card? Do you have a card? And, like, he's like, open the deck. Do you see your card? And it's not in there. And then she's like, no, I don't see it. Because he's like, well, the more you see, the less you see. And then...
Now you see.
Yeah. He has an actual quote, and it gets said a lot in the movie. It's really weird.
Gross.
Yeah, but
hate
like
quotes.
Yeah, he has a thing that like has a catchphrase, and he says it, and also the people telling him what to do says it, which we'll get to that.
Say it.
Yeah, say it. Yeah, whatever. Like
whatever.
So he's like,
hold the fucking phone.
Yeah.
Hold the fucking phone. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
For real.
Okay.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Magic is like, I don't hate magic.
I don't hate magic either.
I respect magic.
Yeah.
Like, I knew a guy in my high school.
Yeah.
Who quit.
The
high school. Well, not really. He started a Gossip Girl Twitter. It was themed as a Gossip Girl for the high school, and then he started tweeting out gossip.
Yeah.
About the people that went to the high school, and it was anonymous, and everyone was like, did you hear about the guy? It was like stupid. It was like, what's her face sucked dick in the bathroom or something. And,
Jesus, okay.
You know, he just did that because he was a silly guy. And he got fucking expelled for that. And I thought that was bullshit. And then he quit high school to do magic.
Yeah.
And then he still loves magic to
I
this
don't
day.
think so. Here's the thing. I agree. I don't think magic is bad. I think it is kind of cool, but the way that this movie does it is like
okay, hold the fucking phone. I'm not fucking done.
Okay, all right.
Jesus, men, guys, you know what I mean? Fucking men, trying to interrupt you all the time. Anyway, fucking this guy, he quit high school to do magic and shit, right?
Yeah.
He still does magic. Now he's got a little handlebar mustache. And I think when I think of who from my high school is living their best life, a lot of them are. Some of them are dead. But a lot of them are doing good in their life. But I really think that guy's doing life right.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he's great. I don't know. He does magic and he went to the whole fucking the castle or whatever. You know the magic castle?
I don't know that.
You don't know?
I don't know the magic castle.
Then what makes you qualified to talk about magic, sir? You don't know about the castle? Fucking you go to this place and you show up and you become like certified as like a magician.
Okay.
And they have a set of rules like clowns do. Like, you know how clowns have those rules and such.
Yeah. Okay,
so it's a real profession that real people do, and you do it to be. I think as entertainers, we would be remiss if we were to dunk on magicians.
No, I don't want to dunk on magicians.
Yes.
I want to dunk on
Those
the
are
people
my
who
ground
made
rules.
this movie. Yeah.
Like let's not besmirch magic.
No, yeah,
You know
I agree.
what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm not gonna make fun of magicians, but I am gonna make fun of the way they portray magicians, because it's really like
you could have done this with more respect.
Yes. It's interesting you talk about like a magician board, because that's kind of in the movie, but not really.
So I know what it is.
Yeah, like there's like the board of magicians or whatever the fuck. Because it exists in the movie, but not in the way you're describing it. It's more stupid than that. This movie's dumb. I think that's the problem with the movie.
Magic Castle. The Academy of Magical Arts of the world-famous Magic Castle has been awarded the Distinguished Club Exceptional status.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, you go there. There are many shows you could go see a bunch of shit, but it's like you go and you like, that's how you like patent tricks and stuff.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah. That's not how the board of magicians are portrayed in the movie. That's for fucking sure.
I would like to see in a movie that actually genuinely, like a documentary type movie.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
Because I want to know what's going on in there.
Yeah.
For real.
No, for sure. I agree with that. Yeah.
Anyway.
But okay, so Jesse Eisenberg's like, your card's not in here, and then she's like, I don't see it, and then he's like, yeah, because the more you see,
look in your butthole,
the more you're blind or something. Like, no, he like throws the cards up in the air, and
then
it
lights up on the building.
Yeah, it lights up on the building, and it's the 7 of diamonds, and then everyone fucking they all
right.
Yeah,
bleep that out. That's gross.
Yeah, it is gross. Yeah. So that's his introduction. Yeah. And there's a guy in all of these introductions that is just like, we see the back of his head and he's just like wearing a gray hooded jacket, right?
Yeah.
And just like kind of standing there, like not really reacting. He's just kind of watching. We don't see his face. We're going to see his face later, but we don't see his face now, right?
Yeah.
I think next is Woody Harrelson. And we're in New Orleans.
And he wears a little stupid hat.
Yeah, he wears a fedora. He wears a Tripoli, I think.
Which
like
sucks
the whole
because
time.
Like, I don't agree with Woody Harrelson's politics at all.
You're not gonna agree with him in this movie at all either.
But something about Woody Harrelson to me, before I knew how shitty he was.
Yeah.
I really adored him. I really did.
Yeah, he does have a charm to him, which is really weird.
I thought he was like, so hot. I really did.
And then Now You See Me came out?
And then he went to the Trump rally and posted a thing about it. Yeah. And I was like, come on, Woody.
Gone. Yeah.
Come on, man. But him and True Detective?
Yeah, him and True Detective was good.
I just want you to stop saying odd shit.
Yeah.
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 Shit, man. Fuck.
But in this movie, he's not going to really have
not
that.
Hot.
Yeah.
He's wearing a trilby.
Oh, yeah. Also, yeah, I think Jesse Eisenberg is in Los Angeles. It's not described. We don't know where he's from. It doesn't matter.
That's insane. This movie doesn't take place in Vegas.
It's going to take place in Vegas.
Okay,
There's going to be points where it takes place in Vegas.
Yeah.
But then we go to, and honestly, maybe that part is in Vegas. I don't fucking remember right now. But okay, so Woody Harrelson's like at Cafe Du Monde in New Orleans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like he's his magician. So like, you know, Jesse Eisenberg is like, you know, like the hot magician.
Which is so crazy looking back on it. I don't think Jesse Eisenberg is hot.
Like a fucking like stubble
awesome.
As a like goatee stubble too. I don't even think it's like fully. I don't remember.
A big year for nerds.
Yeah,
with some stubble.
Yeah, he has the same haircut he had during the Justice League movie, not Justice League or Batman versus Superman. He has the same haircut, but then also he has a beard.
Yeah,
which is weird that they did that for the Magician movie and not the one where he's the villain movie.
Yeah, that's actually so crazy.
Yeah, so okay, Woody Harrelson, he's just like a guy. He's a mentalist, is what he is.
Right.
But he's also
there was a special hat.
He's a hypnotist as well.
Right.
And he's a wizard. He's the most wizardy of all of them because we'll get into that later.
I'll say getting into Cafe Du Monde in New Orleans without having to wait 8 hours in a line is kind
pretty
of
crazy.
Wizard-like.
Which is also how we know this movie's not realistic, is because that place is empty in this movie.
What the fuck? No, it's not.
It's like
that's crazy.
It's like there's not that many people there. Okay, so here's how it's shown. So he has like the
hire
board.
some fucking extras, make it look at least a little bit.
That costs money. Fuck you.
Or just be like, hey, Woody Harrelson's here. We're just gonna put him here.
Yeah. So it's like he has like a little
sign a waiver.
He has like an easel put up with like a photo of him like when he was younger. So he's supposed to be like washed up. Is like kind of his magician too. He's like an older like washed up magician.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, and he's like
at Cafe Du Monde
performing and
washed up.
But here's how we know he's okay. So he's doing his
he should
mental.
Be so lucky.
Yeah, he does his mental tricks on like a couple, right? And there's like a man and a woman, and the woman he silences and it makes it like he's like, all right, say your name, and she's like, and she can't say it, right? And like she can't say anything. He's asking questions, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna leave you here, Toots. Let's talk to your husband real quick. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna look into your minds, and I'm gonna find out that you're cheating on your wife with her sister, and I'm gonna fucking hold you up for money.
This is Reddit. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, this is a Reddit. Am I the
what
asshole?
The fuck?
So he's like, all right, listen, I can make this all go away for whatever's in your wallet right now. And so the guy's like, oh, this is a fucking stick up act. And then like Woody Harrelson goes back to the wife and is like, all right, you're gonna forget all this happened. And then she forgets that it happened.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So he just robs a guy that's also an asshole. And then like the guy as he leaves also is like yeah. And then also, okay, so this is also weird. So like the shot with the guy in the gray I was gonna say sweatpants, but that's not what it is. The gray jacket with the hoodie also doesn't really see this happen. He's like standing across the street from Cafe Du Monde, like outside. So I don't know how the fuck he knows that he was able to do that, or if he's just kind of like standing there. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think Dave Franco's next. Because women go last in this movie, apparently.
Yeah, that's
gonna be a
realistic,
recurring.
I guess.
Yeah. So Dave Franco is in New York, and his magician is criminal.
Great.
So he's like on a ferry, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna bend this spoon," and then like he bends a fake spoon, and then a guy like, he's like, "Okay, I'll give $100 to whoever can tell me how this trick is done."
Right.
So he's like, "All right, I'm gonna bend a spoon. Oh, it's real." And it bends. Oh, it's not. I bent the spoon. And the guy comes up and like just fucking grabs his arm and is like, "Oh, it's up your sleeve, asshole." And then he's like, "Give me my money." And then Dave Franco's like, "All right, here's your $100." And then and he does like a little pat and then walks away and starts running. And the guy's like, "Oh, my wallet got stolen. Hey, stop that man!" And like Dave Franco just like jumps off the ferry onto the pier. Like
onto the pier?
Yeah, like it hasn't left yet. It hasn't left the place. So
that's
like,
how you get a workers' comp, dude.
Yeah.
Shit,
and he bumps into the guy with the gray sweater as he like before he jumps off.
Who plays the guy in the gray sweater?
I can't say it because it would spoil. If you're gonna guess like 5 minutes into me explaining this movie, don't worry.
Is it Jesse Eisenberg?
I wish.
Is it Morgan Freeman?
No, it's not.
What? It's not Morgan Freeman?
It's not Morgan Freeman.
Okay,
so
is it the Hulk?
So all right, so the next magician
I'm assembling a team.
Yeah, he's assembling a team. Yeah.
While what's his face was assembling the Avengers, the Hulk was running around getting shitty magicians together.
Yeah. Okay, so and then our final magician is Isla Fisher,
who is her archetype is
Lady Magician,
woman.
A woman. Yeah. She is a woman, and she happens to do magic tricks. And how we know this is her first magic trick we see her do is an escape act where she's bound by her wrists and ankles. And like has to jump into a pool, so she gets into a bathing suit And I guess the trick is she has to escape before the piranhas come in.
Right.
Because they drop the piranhas. Very Danganronpa 3, if you ask me.
Very true. Yeah.
So that's genuinely her. Like, it's not gonna get better from this point. It's not really gonna get better. It's gonna get worse.
Cool.
So like she jumps in and like she pretends to like be trapped and like can't escape and like scars her audience because like she's like going up against the glass like get me out of here.
Holy shit.
And like everyone's trying to figure out how to do it. And so like some people in the audience, they start like throwing shit and then like the timer goes out, the piranhas come down and then like, oh, there's a bunch of blood in there and like it's gone. And then someone's finally able to break it and just like she's not in there. And then she just shows up in the audience like, damn, that was fake. And then everyone applauds because she actually escaped, I guess.
Do you think Danganronpa 3 genuinely, like that, the magic lady, do you think she's based off of Isla Fisher's character?
That would be so fucking funny. Or the other way around, because that's like such a fucking weird reference. Yeah. And the guy in the gray sweatshirt's there too, and he's like, "Oh, yeah." And then he doesn't say anything because he's just like standing there menacingly, like the Hulk,
right?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
So okay, this is where the movie starts becoming unrealistic.
Now,
at this point,
okay.
Jesse Eisenberg, he brings home the lady he was doing the magic trick to, right? They're just making out.
Yeah.
And this is where the movie gets unrealistic a little bit
because
the movie has no shame.
Yeah.
And they're making like non-stop magician sex puns and jokes while they're like right before they're about to fuck. So like she's like, man, how do you do that trick? And then he's like, oh, there's 52 different ways I can do that trick because there's 52 cards in a playing deck.
Sometimes it really sucks having a millennial audience because sometimes I want to be like, this is so millennial coded. But I don't want to offend you guys.
I think most millennials have shame, and whoever wrote this doesn't.
That's actually so crazy if they do. That's actually so crazy if they do.
Okay, asterisk, more shame than this. This is like bottom of the barrel.
Right, I get it.
Okay, so
not enough shame to not do the whole hipster thing, not to get like a fucking handlebar mustaches tattooed on their arms.
Yeah. So she's like, how do you? I don't know how you do that trick. That's crazy. And he's like, I can do that trick 52 different ways because it's from a playing card. And then she's like, can you do 52 different tricks on me? And then he's like, I'll see what I can do. And then just go back to making out real quick. And then, so
this was real life, and I was the girl. I'd be like, "Can you shut the fuck up and fuck me?"
Yeah,
please?
Okay. See, you're gonna get more upset with what happens next. So she like starts undressing. She gets into her underwear, right? And like Jesse Eisenberg, like he threw his jacket before onto like a chair somewhere, like you do, like right before you're about to have sex, you just throw your clothes everywhere. And he notices right before he's about to fuck her and like get really more into it, a tarot card in his jacket pocket. And then he's like,
the Six of Wands.
It's not the Six of Wands, sadly.
Golem.
I wrote them all down. I wrote
Big
all of
rock
them.
guy. He's
from the Fantastic Four, also a Marvel property.
Right.
Yeah.
And also it means that Jesse Eisenberg is hard.
Yeah. Well, he's not hard for the woman. He's hard for this card. So he's literally like, he looks at the card, like he sees it from like 20 feet away, but he knows what it is. So he just like, he stands up and like pushes her off of him, like, cause she's like straddling him at this point, like on top of him. And he's like, get off me, toots. And then it's like, and then she's like getting mad at him, like, oh, you're an asshole. Do you just do this to all your people? And she like all your fans.
What? Waste my own time?
Yeah.
That's what you think I do every day? Yeah. Waste my own fucking time?
And he like does some like weird smart ass response and like just tells her to fuck off. And he just like opens the card. His card, I think, is death, if I'm not mistaken. His tarot card is death.
Oh, okay, that's funny.
Yeah, so everyone has a card too. Boom. Oh, I'm editing this apparently. So
from what my vague understanding of tarot, not good understanding of tarot, but maybe more people are into tarot in the comments for sure. But death is not like you're gonna die. It's like the ending of whatever it is that's going on, and it also means like new beginnings.
See, so that I guess
But also
that
just,
kind
like,
of works.
Throwing tarot cards in the middle of nowhere, like in a liminal space, is kind of fucked up because like they're supposed to be, whether or not they're upside like normal or upside down, means different shit.
Yeah.
Like if they're upside down, it means the reverse of their meaning. So it would be like, okay, an upside down death card would mean a different thing.
Yeah, but that we don't do
but
that
if you
in this
just
movie.
kind of put it out into a liminal, it's like, okay, this means nothing.
It's just like poking out a little bit of like the jacket pocket, like not really, doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, it's like putting a plus sign in like on a whiteboard.
It's like a collectible in a video game. That's how this movie treats it.
Yeah,
like,
it's just
like, oh, I found this.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of collectible tarot cards. In video
for sure.
games.
Yeah, but okay, so everyone has one, right? And they all like slowly find. We all cut between all of them. So, sorry, Eisenberg's the lover. Sorry. Fisher's the high priestess because she's a woman.
Right.
Franco's death. And Harrelson is the hermit, right?
Okay,
so that's I guess their archetype.
Can I give you a brief overview of what all of them are?
Yeah.
Unless you have them.
No, I don't. I would actually appreciate you telling me this.
Of course not. So the lovers is more of like it's like I don't even know. Like, I guess two people coming together or whatever.
Okay.
Or like two things coming together and just essentially being like in the
like magicians in heist films.
Yeah, sure. Well, from what I understand, like the numbers mean things. So like 1 is like the beginning of your journey.
Yeah.
Or like it essentially means, but it's also like flimsy essentially. So it's like very naive.
Okay.
And then 2 is the duplication of that, but it also is like more stable.
Okay.
You know, but it's not as stable as 3. And then a 4 is 2 2s.
Yeah.
And then a 5 is like the most stable post 3.
Yeah.
And then a 6 is kind of like where you get a little bit of like, oh no, there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I get that. Yeah.
And then a 7 is like also, I think 6 and 7, I think are not great numbers. I think they're like numbers that are like, and that's the thing that really gets me about tarot that I've learned. There are things that are bad.
Yeah.
That are just bad. Like, I know like astrology and like, you know, horoscopes and stuff, people think that they're all written very vaguely to be like, you know, oh, you're gonna find love and you're gonna find riches or whatever to like make you feel good.
Yeah.
Tarot is like, no, there are genuine
consequences or bad things that could happen to you.
Yeah, you could pull a bad card.
Yeah, okay.
It could mean like shit is going to be bad for you.
Yeah.
So it like actually genuinely could mean different shit.
Yeah.
Now I could get all that shit wrong, and then there are different like elements, like the wands are like earth, I think, and then coins are water or something, and fucking swords are fire, and the other one cups, I think is water. I guess coins are air. I don't remember.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. That's not brought up ever in the movie. The tarot cards are only shown like in these 4 states.
I really think it's fucked up if you're gonna use something that you think looks cool and then you don't do any research about it at all.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Get the fuck ready for this.
Well, it's like all movies.
Yeah. So yeah, honestly, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. So okay, do you know any of the other ones? The High Priestess or Death or the Hermit?
High Priestess I always get, and I fucking always get pissed off at it because it always is like, it is like, you're pregnant. I'm like, I'm not pregnant. Shut up. Shut up.
Isla Fisher is not pregnant in this movie. So
but you're right. It is the most woman coded that I can think of. The Hermit I also get. I think it's like my numerology number anyway. Is my card the Hermit? Yeah. It's like. That's like what you think death is the Hermit. Okay. Which is like a loser.
Yeah,
but it's
so
also,
I guess
so similar to the Loner to me, and I get them mixed up also, so it could be that or the other one. But it's like essentially like a solitary creature.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense but it's also like makes sense on like the like a base, like, oh, I heard this one time level, you know, with Woody Harrelson, I guess. Yeah. And I guess also Isla Fisher as well. And I guess James Franco and Jesse Eisenberg, all of them, every single one of them. Yeah.
And so death and then the love. Yeah. So it's like, you know, it's kind of like kind of what your initial feelings are for them. They do count a little bit, but then there are more intricate details that I don't know.
Okay, so it's like the tarot cards, like on the they have the symbol on the front, and on the back there's like an invitation at like 4:44 p.m. in New York at some random.
Are they trying to do angel numbers too?
it doesn't really come up ever again.
Okay, fuck that then. Never mind.
Yeah.
We'll move on. We don't have to touch on it. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I mean, because I guess because they're gonna be called the Four Horsemen eventually. So like,
then fuck it. Forget I ever said angel numbers. We're not
so
even
yeah,
going in
it's
there.
really because there's
We're
four
not
of
even
them.
going there.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Okay. So they all meet up in New York, right? And like I think it's Jesse Eisenberg and Isla Fisher first, and they're both talking to each other. And like Isla Fisher was Jesse Eisenberg's assistant. They have names in the movies. It doesn't matter. So Isla Fisher is like, "Oh, you're a piece of shit," and like Jesse Eisenberg's like, "Yeah, but I'm fucking cool." And then
Great.
Woody Harrelson shows up and starts hitting on Isla Fisher in front of Jesse Eisenberg Jesse Eisenberg gets jealous, but also like
Of Woody Harrelson?
I guess
in a Trilby hat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Dave Franco, who I guess is like the least like experienced of all of them, is like he shows up late and he's like starstruck by all of them. And the other three of them are like, this door's locked, we can't get inside. And then Dave Franco's like, no door's unlocked, and lockpicks it, and fucking then they just go in.
Rogue pilled.
Yeah. So okay. So it's like a shitty apartment, right? It doesn't like it's like a shitty apartment in New York, and like there's like no electricity going through it, but like in the middle of the apartment there's a little like card, like one of those folded up cards, like as a triangle, like on the floor. And I think Jesse Eisenberg's the one that picks it up, and it says, "Now you don't." Yeah,
This is what you mean by they cash in that check?
They cash it in real early. Yeah, they really.
That's barely a cash in.
Barely a cash in. Yeah.
Why would you say this to me earlier when you know that the cash in's like 2 cents? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Doesn't even pay for the check
It doesn't.
that
Yeah.
it's written on.
It doesn't. So yeah, so like, and they like keep like messing around with like random shit, and I think Woody Harrelson like twists a light bulb because like I think
Ooh.
Jesse Eisenberg's like, there's no electricity as he flicks it up and down, and then he says there's no electricity before he lights the switch too. Like it's really
There's
weird.
no electricity, and then Woody
Harrelson's
Harrelson
like-
it becomes an electrician and
Yeah.
calls an electrician,
Yeah.
and then he waits 3 hours, and the electrician shows up and fixes the lights, and he's like, "Whoa, magic!"
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
No, but then, yeah.
As like Ralph, the electrician is leaving.
Yeah.
And
And then
Harrelson's
he's
like,
So like he twists one light bulb, and then like
Okay.
a bunch of like weird tech shit happens where like the door makes a hologram, and then like the floor also like moves, and like it's like moving. It doesn't matter.
I don't think they make Christmas lights like this anymore, but it used to be that if one Christmas light was like a little bit undone, you could just like do it, and then the rest of them would light up and
Yeah,
shit.
but that is kind of how this is. Like they're daisy chained in such a way, I guess, that like one person has to turn one of the light bulbs of the 4 light
I
bulbs.
wish they did do that again, because that
Yeah.
was fun, and also like it was frustrating for adults, but when I was a child I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
And so now if during Christmas if I could do that, I would totally be like
Yeah. So also
Yeah.
none of them know like who sent them there. They have no clue. No one knows
No
who
one knows
actually
that it's
like
the
the
Hulk.
person that no one knows it's the Hulk. Yeah.
Damn, they're gonna be so geeked.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So Isla Fisher also puts a rose into a vase that's on the floor, and then the water leaks out into a logo that's like an eye. I think the eye is shown here.
For what reason?
So it's gonna get explained later. I don't remember, but at some point they're gonna explain like the secret magician cult
Oh.
thing, and they're called the Eye,
Yeah.
like the Egyptian eye. I don't know how to describe it. Like that.
Oh, the Eye of Horus?
Eye of Horus. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So just, yeah, I mean, well, that's what I meant by tarot. Like, you know, like, that's what I mean is like fucking, you just take a bunch of symbols that you don't know and you're not going to look up.
Yeah.
And you're not going to learn about even a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I don't know too much.
Well,
But at least I know to do a precursory Google sometime in my life,
so
you know?
later on,
Eventually you're going to choose somebody's like actual cultural symbol that means something.
yeah,
And you're going to shit on it somehow.
you're gonna hate this movie. You're gonna hate the rest of this movie.
Gonna is so crazy.
I'm just saying it gets worse. Is all I'm saying. Okay, so I think it is.
I think that's already been said with the
it's
shit that's
gonna-
happened
hey,
in the
listen,
movies
Listen,
so far.
it's gonna get worse. All right. So like, okay, so
I don't get on a roller coaster thinking it's gonna be fine the whole time.
yeah. So okay, Harrelson
He didn't
accidentally
listen to me. That was a
causes.
good joke.
Yeah, sorry. I'm so into this movie right now.
I know, I get it.
Okay, so Harrelson accidentally causes a hologram by twisting one of the 20 lights that are in the room.
Right.
And then like it shows up a hologram, and they're like, "Oh, it's blueprints," and they're like, "For what?" And then title screen.
Really?
Yes, I'm not
Now is when we do it.
Oh, it's a show. It's a blueprints for a show.
Now
What
is
it
when we
is.
do
Yeah.
it. Should have been the name of the movie.
Yeah. So now all four of them. I'm sorry.
The jokes are not landing.
I'm sorry, man.
He's just not listening.
I'm trying to get through
He's
this. We're
got
already
tarot
40
cards in
minutes
his
into
ear.
this fucking. We're only 2 minutes into this movie.
Oh no, we're limited by time. We're human beings. Shit, man. We're all gonna die someday. Woo!
Okay, so now we're going into the future now. So
Yeah.
now they're all called the Four Horsemen. That's what they are. They're doing a Vegas show right now.
You're the
And
Four
we're-
Horsemen.
Shut up. So,
Okay.
slam dunk. Okay, so okay, so they're called the Four Horsemen now, right? And we're coming in at the end of their Vegas show, their first Vegas show.
So we don't even get to
see
see
the
the
rest of it.
show.
This is just the last one.
Awesome.
And they're literally saying like, "Thank you all. We got one last trick for you." And
How
I'm
much
like,
are
"Great."
movie tickets? I don't even get to see the magic
Yeah.
show
Yeah, and so
in
they
the magic movie.
yeah, you don't even get to see it. There are other magic shows. There's one more magic show we get to see, that we'll see.
At least we get to see one.
We get to see one, and then there's like another one, but it's not really magic. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like a fuck you to the FBI. We'll get to that. So
Oh, that's great.
yeah. Okay. So
Unless they're like, we're pro cop. Know what I mean?
I mean,
In the cop FBI feud,
no.
we choose
yeah.
the cop side. These magicians choose the cop side.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So their final trick, and I think Jesse Eisenberg is the one to say this because he's the main one, I guess. He's like, we're going to rob a bank, and then for no reason,
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson and Dave Franco,
Uh-huh.
they do a little countdown as they're walking towards each other, and they count down 3, 2, 1. What do you think they're gonna do? Real quick, let's
High
ask.
five.
Yes.
Yay.
No, but they also jump in high five.
Yeah.
For no reason.
I love this movie.
I had to. So like, it's also like, okay, so
Does
it's like
it freeze frame?
no. It's so like, it's like
Aw.
all like at this point, I think it's all
Go
like
full
one.
hog.
I think it's all like one shot too. So it's like they're all circling
Why would you
around.
do that one
So then it's
shot?
like a one shot, like going through the handshake.
like
And then
it's
we meet-
Birdman?
Yeah, apparently. I wish it was Birdman. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
So so like they were like through the handshake almost. They might as well have. I don't think they did, but they should have.
That's really funny.
And then we just fucking pan in on Morgan Freeman in the audience.
And here's Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, and he's like recording the performance, and someone comes up and like, "Oh, you can't record the performance." And he's like, "All right, I'll turn off my phone." And the guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take your phone. I'll give it back to you afterwards." And he's like, "All right, yeah." And he
I'm
gives the
just
phone.
waiting for Andy Dufresne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Morgan Freeman's like, "I got a second recording device, and I was gonna go back to recording." Yeah. So okay, so he's recording them. So the horsemen make the audience select a random quote unquote person from the
It's Morgan
audience.
Freeman.
It's not Morgan Freeman. It's some.
What?
It's a Frenchman.
Ew,
So yeah. So
Just
like.
kidding. I love you, French people.
So there's a random person from Paris, and they think they're wealthy businessman benefactor Michael Caine. The four convinced him that they'd be the biggest name in magic. Harrelson does some mind shit to the Frenchman
okay.
and gives him a teleportation helmet, and then they like
What?
yeah. So
What?
and then a bunch of CGI tarps and cloths like circle the stage, and then a teleportation device appears, but not like in a way that makes sense. Like it doesn't like come up from underneath the stage; it just shows up
Okay.
by the power of keyframing in After Effects. So okay,
All right.
yeah. So then they're like, all right,
That's
we're gonna
really fucking weird.
yeah. So then
Jesus, like yo, like I'm just gonna let me be real with you. Honestly, if you feel like watching a movie about magic, don't fucking watch this one. Watch.
yeah. There's no.
Oh,
There's maybe like
watch
four,
The Prestige.
There's maybe yeah. Honestly,
Go watch The Prestige. It's better.
there's four.
It's just better.
There's maybe like 4 tricks that you can explain as like actual magic tricks in this movie. I think.
Who cares about that? Go
Yeah.
watch The Prestige instead.
Yeah.
Just if you're getting a hankering for some mankering
Yeah.
for
Magic, yeah.
for magic, Go watch The Prestige instead of this, because this is confusing to me. And I don't think it's the lack of my Limitless pill.
No, it's confusing. Yeah. So, okay, Jesse Eisenberg's like, all right, sign this card, pick a card, and it's like the two of hearts, and he makes the Frenchman sign it, right?
Okay.
And then it's like, all right, we're going to teleport you to your bank. It's going to be there the bank opens in 10 minutes, so we're going to teleport you to the bank. And so they put him in the teleportation thing, which is mostly just like so he has a camera on him when he goes to the bank. And so like the teleportation machine like drops him, but like it like squishes him, you know, like it makes it look like it squishes him. It's I don't know how to describe this in a good way.
No, it's
not real. It's not real magic.
My brain's just playing like clips of Tom and Jerry, I think.
That's better. That's more magical than this.
It's a lot more fun.
Yeah. So and then like the Frenchman shows up in his Paris bank and he's like, oh my god, it's I'm here at my bank.
Uh-huh.
And then like there's just a pile of money.
Cool.
Like on a pallet in the middle of the place, and Jesse Eisenberg's like, all right, leave your card and your ticket on the pallet, and we're gonna transport all this money from Paris to Las Vegas by using the power of air filtrations, like an HVAC system. That's not what they say, but like they just blow up all the money into the Vegas.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, they just use a. Yeah, so
you can't transport solids through an HVAC system.
Yeah, well, not even cash, I guess. Yeah, the paper.
No, any solids. It's all liquid.
It's like I don't even know how to describe it. Like through the air vents. They transport all the money through air vents.
The way this doesn't make sense is because you're not describing it correctly. Not because it just doesn't fucking make sense. That's crazy, Josh. You need more self-esteem, honey.
Yeah, okay.
You believe in yourself.
Okay, all right.
We love you all here.
Okay, shush.
Okay.
All right. All right. So, yeah, so he tells, okay, so place the card on a stack with about 3 million euros. At the bank, the manager shows up and finds the card and ticket in the vault, but with no money, as the Vegas crowd is showered with $3 million worth of euros, right? 3 million euros.
So they just pinned it on some fucking guy. But the guy isn't some fucking guy. He's some other guy.
Yeah, so let's get to that. Okay. So, meanwhile, Mark Ruffalo's in Vegas. Just having fun. He's
hulking it up in Vegas.
Yeah, so he's in a suit because he's part of the FBI, and he's told that magicians robbed a bank in France, and I think that's how it is. I think Common's in this movie. I think like Common's his boss or something.
Common?
Yeah, the rapper Common. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
that's kind of cool.
And he has an assistant, and I don't know what his name is, so I'm just gonna call him assistant.
Okay.
Because nothing matters in his life.
Dehumanization from Joshua Gillen. Awesome.
Well, listen. All right, so he's told that magicians robbed a bank in France. The magicians aren't freaking out when the FBI shows up. And also, like, Mark Ruffalo's, like, really just saying, like, I don't want to be on this case. I don't want to do this. It's about magicians. Who fucking cares? I'm doing another case, and I'm doing real good on it.
So relatable.
Yeah, and then he's like, all right, now you got to do it. So, like, all the horsemen are, like, separated in...
It's really weird that you're calling them the horsemen.
That's their name, man. Fuck. It's like...
Call them fucking nerds or whatever.
So the four nerds are...
Four nerds, yeah.
So the four horsies are...
Four horsies.
The four horsies, they're all, like, separated, and like we see, I think, Dave Franco just kind of like not doing anything, and Isla Fisher's like moving a chair with her feet, like making it stand on one leg.
She's always doing random shit.
Just kind of doing random shit. Yeah. Wow. She didn't really do. I guess she mind fucked the tarps onto the stage, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Because I guess she's the escape one. I don't. Okay, so so they're all like. I'm going to state this right now. Dave Franco and Isla Fisher, they just don't get interviewed by the FBI. They don't get interviewed by Mark Ruffalo. It's just Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
And like...
so funny that Woody Harrelson's really in all of this.
Yeah, he's... Yeah. So, and also like Woody Harrelson, because I guess he's the mind fucker. He's like staring through the two-way mirror because he knows where Mark Ruffalo is. And Mark Ruffalo's like, is he fucking staring at me? And the answer is yes, he's staring at you. Why don't you just look at him? Like, he's just fucking... like, yeah. And we keep cutting back and forth between Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson.
Like the movie's like, give in to the movie, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, just give into it, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
So, I don't think they bring Interpol in yet. I don't. No, yeah,
The
Interpol.
band?
No, the organization.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, so Melanie Laurent is here. I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly. I'm sorry, Laurent.
Sorry to Laurent.
To the French.
Melanie Laurent.
She's Interpol, and Ruffalo doesn't want to work with some gross, stinky Europeans. He might as well have said that.
Gross.
He didn't say that. He might as well have said that.
Right.
So they also interview the Frenchman.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know what happened, man. I was just at a show.
Yeah.
And then I think Mark Ruffalo says bullshit. And then the Frenchman just stands up. I don't know if he gets on the table, but like he just stands up and starts pretending viola. Because Woody Harrelson mind fucked him into hears
viola
into play it into like say. So I guess Woody Harrelson said if you hear the word bullshit, pretend to play Mozart's Fifth or some shit, like some sort of like concerto.
Do you mean violin or do you mean viola?
It might be violin. It might be violin.
It's probably violin.
It's maybe violin. Listen, it's probably violin.
Okay,
all right, it's violin.
It's violin. Don't
look
violin.
like
that. No one knows what a viola is.
Okay, fine. Okay,
Yeah.
he does air viola, and he's like out of commission for like
Violin.
the rest of out of air violin. Fuck.
Okay.
Violin. He's air violins, and he's
Also,
out of
like,
commission.
I mean, that would be a magic trick in itself. Mozart's Fifth being on viola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, because he's hypnotized. Yeah. Okay. Harrelson is interviewed. Okay. Which phobia do you think we're gonna
Arachnophobia.
conquer? No, I mean like
homophobia, transphobia.
Boom. All right. So
okay. All right.
All right. So Woody Harrelson just like outs Mark Ruffalo's partner as like I think it's like as like a basically trans person.
Oh.
And he uses the T slur like twice.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
For like no reason.
What the fuck?
And then so
Woody Harrelson, come on, man, shit.
So yeah, he mind fucks outing someone. Basically, it's like really fucking weird. It's so weird.
This guy's an asshole.
Yeah. I don't. Okay, they're cutting back and forth between Harrelson and Eisberg. It doesn't matter that they're cutting back and forth, but like, so Woody Harrelson is also just like mind fucking everyone. I guess it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So let me just double check. So he's explained mentalism, and like Ruffalo says he can hypnotize people over the phone. Like Woody Harrelson can hypnotize people
right
over the phone. And so Harrelson goes after. Harrelson automatically finds out that Ruffalo and Laurent want to fuck like really badly, and they like just like it's just like, oh, you guys want to fuck, right?
But doesn't Ruffalo have a partner that's trans?
No,
he wants to cheat on his partner.
No, the partner is like literally
like
as
a
in
cop
like
partner.
a cop partner. Yeah, like as in the movie, he's the assistant's like pretending as a dude.
What does that fucking have to do with anything? Actually, this is about magic.
No, he wants to. So yeah,
Is it like they're trying to say that like trans people trick people or something?
I don't know. It's just that the assistant is trans, I guess, or like at the very least, like some sort of cross dresser.
That makes me so mad.
I think is what it is.
I had no clue. Yeah,
I didn't realize. I didn't remember this fucking part of the movie. Let me tell you.
Nobody fucking talked about it. That's so that pisses me off so much. It's like in Breakfast in America.
Oh yeah,
or whatever it's called, where everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, it's so quirky, lol," and then like a bunch of people start watching it, and a guy says the full-on N-word.
Yeah, like
right in the first 15 minutes, and they were like, "Well."
All right.
Thought this movie was for me too, as a quirky black person, and I guess not. Now I have to turn it off. And it's like, what the fuck? Why are we? Shit, man!
Yeah.
Holy shit! Why are we like not fucking talking about this?
Yeah.
Anyway, Eight of Pentacles, zombie.
Okay, so also Harrelson also
this is what
says,
I'm gonna do to you if you're transphobic or racist.
That's fair. Yeah, that's good. Nice. Yeah. So, okay. So also Harrelson says that Mark Ruffalo has daddy issues.
Okay.
I don't know if that's an important detail. We're just going to keep going.
Sounds like not related at all.
Yeah. So then, okay. So Eisenberg is like interviewed and he's just like shuffling cards. They gave a magician cards for some fucking reason. I don't know why. They gave him shit to play around with while he's jailed up. Yeah. Okay, so And so like Ruffalo's like, how'd you do it? And then like Eisenberg's just like, oh, it was magic, you fucking idiot. And then like he says he's got a show to perform. I'm gonna keep going. I don't care if you're gonna like keep doing that, man. I gotta keep going, man. We gotta get past this. Okay, all right. So Eisenberg's interviewed. He's a dick and says that it was just magic. That's how they were able to rob a bank, I guess.
Yeah, what's up? I thought you were gonna keep going.
Okay, all right. So
Jesus.
Says, okay, Eisenberg says he has a show to perform and that no DA would go after this case and that Ruffalo has, quote, what we in the business call nothing up your sleeve. Because they're magicians. In the biz call, yeah. And Eisenberg just keeps getting chewed out by Ruffalo and does some magic bullshit to transfer his handcuffs to Mark Ruffalo's hands.
Right.
And also very obviously Eisenberg like Mark Ruffalo's phone drops and very obviously Eisenberg does something to the phone as he hands it back to Ruffalo and no one thinks to look at the phone at this point. And he says his like catchphrase and I didn't write it down at this point. But then he says, quote, first rule of magic is to be the smartest guy in the room. Because magic's cool. Okay.
Magic's 4X.
4X, yeah. So yeah, Franco and Fisher not interviewed at all. All four walk out before Ruffalo, and before Ruffalo wasn't into this, but after meeting them, he's like, I'm so ready to fucking take these magicians down. Like,
okay.
It's like this is the thing, I guess, that makes him want to do this.
Yeah.
And so his assistant comes out and says that Freeman was recording the show and like that's like their lead because like Morgan Freeman's like a magic debunker. He used to be a magician, but now he's like a magic debunker. And Ruffalo doesn't know. Yeah, okay, he's a magician debunker. Freeman gets a meeting with Ruffalo and Lauren. Is like magicians are out, debunking's in, right? Like that's what gets the downloads. That's what gets the big downloads. He said something like, you know how much money I made? Like only 2,000 people watched the special, but 50,000 people bought my video explaining the special. Like,
so what do you do like as a job? Oh, I'm an accountant for a law firm. So, it gets kind of hectic at the end of the month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about you? I'm a magic debunker. Fucking what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, so he has like a whole setup too. Like, I don't think he gets on TV, but he has like television level like documentaries that he's making and just sells, I guess, is how he makes his money.
I mean, that's not impossiple.
Yeah, but he's saying shit like he makes $5 million off of
crazy.
One documentary, or at least one from like because later on Michael Caine like shows up to Morgan Freeman's like, I can double whatever you're making, and Morgan Freeman's like, I'm gonna make $5 million off the Horseman, and it's like, what? Okay, so all right, Morgan Freeman tells Ruffalo they're going to go to the Horsemen are going to New Orleans and that he's ill prepared to take them on and won't help. Ruffalo's like, I'll charge you with obstruction or you didn't actually know how they did it, because the only way Mark Ruffalo can get Morgan Freeman in is to say he's not a good magician. Sorry.
I thought this movie was about them doing crime.
Yes.
But it's mostly them just doing magic and getting really famous?
Well, yes. Both can be true at the same time.
No.
Yes.
But that's a bad movie, though.
So
you're telling Joshua,
you're telling me this is a bad movie?
This is a bad movie? I'm sorry if I'm so annoying this episode. I literally couldn't care less, though.
Okay, yeah.
I'm fucking living
right now. You're living for this?
I'm fucking sliving right now.
Yeah,
I'm slang and living. I'm fucking sliving.
So, okay, Morgan Freeman takes him back to the crime scene, which is the stage, and there's like no sign that anyone's investigated the magician stage up to this point.
Yeah.
And Morgan Freeman's just like walking around the teleportation thing and being like, so let me get this straight. You actually think they went to Paris? And Mark Ruffalo's like, I don't fucking know.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Who cares? This movie sucks. It's not even interested in itself.
Yeah, it's like, there's no sectioning it off for like a crime scene. They show that there was a fake vault under the stage that they dropped the French guy into.
How far are we into this movie?
We're maybe 30 minutes.
Are you fucking kidding me,
like
Josh?
An hour and a half, yeah. We're a third of the way in.
You gotta speed it up.
I'm trying to. What the fuck?
You gotta speed it up. I'll shut the fuck up if you want me to.
Okay, so...
if you think I'm the problem, go ahead. fine. I'll fucking shut the fuck up for an hour.
No,
but it's
I
gonna
don't want
take an
to.
hour for you to explain an hour.
Yeah, okay.
So Jesus Christ.
Go
ahead, go. Chop chop, movie boy. Explain the magic.
Okay. So, all right. So there's a fake vault under stage, and that the French guy was pre-selected through by manipulation, mind fuckery. So Harrelson walks. So in Paris before the show, Woody Harrelson walks past him and says "Viva Las Vegas." Jesse Eisenberg walks past him and like is just tossing gambling chips because only Vegas has gambling. And I think Isla Fisher also does something, but like I didn't write it down apparently. Freeman is a condescending ass, but Ruffalo's just a hapless idiot. And Freeman guesses they stole a money shipment before it got to the bank the night before they do their Vegas show or before the bank opens. So, and the way they do it is like Woody Harrelson just looks at the guy driving the money tank and it's the guarded, whatever the fuck it is, the Garda truck. And like, he just looks at him and the guy falls asleep that's driving. That's it. Woody Harrelson just looks at the guy and the guy falls asleep and then they steal the money and run away. Yeah. It's a bad movie. So, Conan O'Brien shows up for a cameo and he's like talking about
Conan.
They got Conan O'Brien to do a cameo to make fun of magicians. Like he's doing his show basically, and he makes a joke about like, oh, magicians like can't get laid or something. It's like some weird shit. I don't remember.
Okay.
It was actually good because it's Conan, but like that's the only
Conan. I'm a little disappointed. Like I get it's money, but like come on, man. Shit.
So now like everyone's flying into Las Vegas, not Las Vegas, New Orleans now, right? That's where the second show is, and like Ruffalo and Laurent are like flying coach, and like the horsies are riding in with Michael Caine like on his private jet. And like Ruffalo thinks there's another horseman because how do they get these resources within a year to be able to rob a bank and also have a show? Because a year ago they were just street magicians. Also thinks that magic is exploitative, but is a bit happy when Laurent does a card trick and guesses his card correctly. So he's like kind of into magic, but not really into magic, which we'll get into later. Private Plane, Harrelson is just hitting on Fisher.
He thinks that magic is exploitative?
I don't remember what he's... So, okay.
Like tricking people is exploitative?
So, we already... Okay, so...
Yeah, I mean, if you completely turn off your brain to the concept of exploitation... Yeah, guys, getting exploited is when you feel bad in your tum-tum. It's not... stealing labor from workers. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Stealing the means of production from the workers.
So, okay, on the Private Plane with the horsies, Harrelson is just hitting on Fisher and calling Eisenberg emotionally distant. And it's like, basically says like, listen, my penis does work. So like, if you want to have sex, I can have sex with you, Isla Fisher. And then Jesse Eisenberg like gets mad and walks to the plane. Is like, hey, what the fuck are you guys talking about? We got a show to do. Like, not like just being a dick. Because he's, I guess, Mark Zuckerberg, but a magician still. So, all right. What is it? Eisenberg calls mentalism a cheap trick, and like he tries doing it on Caine, but he asks questions about like his uncle's name and his childhood pet, but doesn't get it right, but gets the information that of like what Michael Caine's pet was and also his uncle's name, right? So, Ruffalo and Laurent are now in a New Orleans hotel. Ruffalo just doesn't want to learn about magic, but Laurent teaches about a guy named Maximilian who got a guy to sign a card, and 20 years later, the card was found in a tree when it was cut down. Because the magic trick was they grew a card around a tree. Because that's a magic trick. FBI sees that the crew is wearing like tracking bracelets, and it's like an obvious trap. But like Laurent says, like Ruffalo's missing the big picture and talks about the bridge where there's a bridge in Paris where like people like they lock up like a lock together and then they throw the key away as like a symbol of like their love. I guess I think is what it is. We're gonna come back to that at some point because movies are about setting things up and paying them off, you know. So. Remember we were talking about the Eye of Horus? Okay, so Freeman's show is talking about the eye symbol. That's how I wrote it in this movie. how magicians used to use sleight of hand to steal from the pharaohs in Egypt to give back to the slaves. And I'm not saying that verbatim, but that is basically what's being said here. Yeah, no. So that's what we're dealing with. You can like
Magic. Yeah, baby.
Okay. All right. So
why are we doing this and not writing movies? Like, why are they writing movies and we have to watch their slop?
yeah, we should be writing movies.
What
yeah.
the fuck, man?
It's
Just
gonna
write
be
a
worse.
movie, Josh.
I know.
Holy
Shut up.
shit.
Okay. All right.
You shut up.
All right. Everyone calm down.
We're gonna get the mom and dad stop fighting comments if we keep this up.
Okay. So so they're recording their show, right? Morgan Freeman's recording his show, and then Michael Caine shows up and says Michael Caine says he knows Morgan Freeman's going to make $2.5 million, but he offers a check and his jet to fly away and stop going after the horsemen because he doesn't want their tricks to be revealed. And then Freeman's like, I want to take them down because I'm the best at magicking. And Caine burns like the check and says his bank account is larger than his lawyers, and his lawyers are ready to sue his ass. Grabs a doll and just like slams it back, and Freeman's like, that was bad because you enact wrath on a doll. The doll will enact the wrath on yourself. Because fuck it, throw a voodoo into this too, whatever. Who gives a shit? Like, because fucking
That's really fucked up, man.
yeah, it's really
Especially voodoo, because that's like a closed practice. You
yeah,
can't
no,
do that.
yeah, and this movie's like, it's a name, it's a thing we can
It's
use.
just something we can
It's
fuck around
something kind
with.
of wacky, yeah. No, this movie's really fucked in that aspect, and I think
Yeah, that's really messed up.
It's really fucked. Yeah. So okay. So the Horsies, they do their second act because
Yeah.
this is a movie. They did their first act. We're now in the second act, so they got to do act 2.
I will say calling it horses makes me feel better because I'm just thinking about 4 regular horses.
That'd be
Doing
a better
magic.
movie.
Yeah.
Just a movie about horses. Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah. Doing magic.
Yeah.
Like the same plot, the same lines,
They're horsies,
but they're horses.
and they're like not any of the actors that they picked for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Horsies are like, everyone, you can film, you can tweet this performance out, you can totally show this performance to everybody. I don't give a shit. Yeah. So Lauren explains the tree card trick to Ruffalo, and Ruffalo's still like, that's not magic, it's a card growing around the tree. And they talk about a magician that supposedly drowned in a safe and died, but the body was never found, and Laurent thinks is still alive. This is like, you might just get ready. So performance starts, and they're like, magic is targeted deception because they have to make magic sound cooler than it is, I guess. So they do like a rabbit disappearing trick, and they show that like, oh, there was a mirror in here, and that's how we got the rabbit to go away. Surprise. Harrelson does a mentalist trick on 12 people, convincing them to be football players when they hear the phrase freeze, and to tackle the guy saying the phrase freeze. And I'm going to say for the record, I think this would have been better executed if you didn't say right off the bat, it's when someone says freeze.
Because then it's like the police
Are going to come in and say freeze. Mark Ruffalo's going to say okay, hold on.
So you're supposed to be
sorry.
like, oh my God.
Yeah, but
the
also
police.
well, because it's not even the police. It's Mark Ruffalo who's there in the theater watching this, and at some point he's going to run after the horseman, and he's still going to say freeze.
So he knows that if he says freeze, he's going to get tackled.
Yeah, he
and
has
he still
that information.
Does it.
Yeah. Yes.
But we're supposed to like think he's smart or whatever.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Dude, shit, man.
All right.
If I get called dumb for like,
No. Here's the thing. You're not dumb. The movie's dumb.
no, I know I'm not dumb.
Yeah.
I'm saying I get called dumb when I forget how a game is played on Jackbox with like close friends of mine.
Yeah. This is.
And Mark Ruffalo doesn't get called dumb when he watches somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll get into
Men
it.
are privileged, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Mark Ruffalo is very privileged in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. We already know. I mean, you already know what the twist is, but whatever. So Eisenberg makes bubbles so Fisher can run into them and fly in the bubble.
What is this?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Shit.
Franco just
fuck?
does a card trick with an audience member.
Okay.
Kind of declining here a little bit,
Yeah,
but whatever.
kind of like Hawkeye and what's her face? In
Yeah, like
the
just
Avengers.
tossing arrows.
It's
Yeah,
just like the Hulk is beating the shit out of shit, and Iron Man is like lasering aliens, and then Black Widow is just shooting into the sky,
gun, yeah,
and it's just like shooting 10 arrows or something.
yeah. So
Yeah.
also, these are the only tricks that we're actually gonna see happen
Okay,
for like the rest of the movie, pretty much.
cool.
Well, no, that's not true. Okay, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So that's like the whole show pretty much, and then Harrelson comes out at some point and says, "All right, during the intermission, we asked you guys to write how much money is in your bank account on a card and put it underneath your seat."
Why are people doing this?
Yeah, a thing no one would do reasonably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you write your social security number on the back of your card.
Might as well. Yeah, those three wacky. Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
So okay, So okay, he's right. He's like, write their bank account balance in an envelope. He guesses a few people's account numbers, but says they're wrong. Like he can tell, he knows what their account numbers they wrote down on it, but he says they're wrong, right? And Eisenberg whispers into Harrelson's ear. Then he remembers to thank their benefactor Michael Caine. They bring him onto the stage and show his bank account, which has like over 140 million. But they also say his account is wrong. And so Dave Franco shows up with like a light, like a big like Parnell can, like like a stage light.
Yeah.
And it's like wiping it back and forth, and the number on the check like magically goes lower, like by like $50,000. And like one of the audience members, they show up and it's like, oh, I got $50,000 written on my thing. Weird. And then like they keep doing it, and like because I think the audience members, they also have lights, so they're also just kind of like waving it back and forth on their thing, and so basically what happens is someone eventually looks at their actual bank account and they confirm that they actually have that money.
Oh wow.
And so they basically robbed Michael Caine because, and they don't say Katrina by name, but Michael Caine has an insurance company, and everyone in the audience got screwed over by said insurance company during, I think they say an event. They don't even say Katrina. They say like something like
the event.
Yeah, the event.
Okay.
And so they're like, so we robbed him and gave you all the money, like what you were supposed to get from the insurance company.
Like they're Robin Hood or something.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And then like, then the FBI also confirms it, like, because they have like a mobile operation unit like outside the place, and that's where their like setup is. And so Ruffalo's assistant's like, yeah, no, they robbed him. Hang up. Yeah. So, and then like Ruffalo's like, oh fuck, they robbed him. I gotta go run after them because they're about to escape on like a rope. Like a rope just pulls them up like from a, like as if it's like a helicopter, but not they. Okay. Movie makes no sense.
Yeah, do a little reset.
Okay, everyone take a deep breath. All right.
How far are we into this movie now?
I think we're about halfway. I think we're
This is halfway.
we might be a
baby.
little bit more than halfway. Yeah. But that only took 10 minutes though, so we're getting there, okay? Listen.
What? That felt like an eternity.
Like forever, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, someone says their mouth's real. Ruffalo says freeze and is tackled, and the horsies are repelled up and they're just out of the building now. And so Ruffalo chases with the tracker that's obviously a trap because all the horsemen have trackers on them. And Laurent is actually following one of the horsies. Like I think she's actually following Jesse Eisenberg and not using the tracker, but Mark Ruffalo's like, no, we have the technology. I'm gonna use this to get, I think Dave Franco is who he thinks he's going after. But at some point, very obviously, like he runs into Dave Franco and almost catches him, but then Dave Franco puts the tracker in Mark Ruffalo's pocket, and Mark Ruffalo doesn't notice for some reason and keeps running towards a place, and then he looks at the tracker and is like, I've been chasing myself, or some like random bullshit like that, and then the horsies get away at some point. Yeah. Oh, Franco was dressed up like a cop for some reason. That's how he was able to get away with it.
I really should have called my psychiatrist to get her to refill my Limitless pill before recording this.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to the audience for being such a chaotic little fuck this episode. And I mean, you're not actually sorry. Josh is never actually sorry. He loves inflicting pain on everyone else other than himself. So, you know,
especially myself. Yeah,
I can't understand at all what's happening in this movie, so I'm just gonna be.
There's basically
quiet.
a chase scene, and the horsies get away by tricking Mark Ruffalo into thinking he's chasing one of them.
It's basically a chase.
That's basically how it yeah, it's just a chase scene.
Basically
and
how
Dave
it
Franco
fucking happened.
was dressed up like a cop. That's like somehow between getting off the stage and dressing up like a cop to then bump into Mark Ruffalo.
But that. Okay, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And then like Mark Ruffalo's real like sad now. He's like in a bar and he's just like drinking.
Like, oh, they got me.
And a reporter on the news is like just questioning how useful the FBI is if they're getting tricked by a bunch of fucking magicians.
That's the best part of this movie, I think.
Yeah.
Just a real.
No, yeah. But they also like call out Mark Ruffalo's character by name.
No wonder he's divorced and he's got a limp dick. It's like just like so fucking mean.
Like, yeah, it's like makes no fucking sense. Why would the FBI say the agent in charge of the horsey case? Because it doesn't like why I feel like it'd be some discretion. Yeah, like fuck, man.
What the fuck?
It doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah. Okay. So Laurent shows up and Ruffalo is pissed that she didn't. Laurent had a chance during the chase scene to just, I guess, kill Jesse Eisenberg, like shoot him. Like she had the gun ready to go and just like didn't. Like in Bad Boys, I guess, where he just like shoots the gun, or not Bad Boys, whatever fucking movie that they reference in Sean. Yeah, any of them. He just shoots it in the air. Yeah,
any movie with a gun.
Yeah.
Fucking. So the FBI. So the reporter is like my dad when I was watching Naruto when I was 8 years old, where he was like, why don't they just shoot him with a gun?
No, Ruffalo's like that. Yeah, to Laurent.
No, because he didn't shoot him. So then the reporter's like, why can't they just shoot these magicians with guns? I don't get it.
No, yeah, okay, let
me explain my joke.
Okay, sorry.
I did it already. Go.
Okay, sorry. So Ruffalo was mad at Laurent because she didn't shoot Jesse Eisenberg when she had the chance. And Laurent gets pissed off at him and like pins his head and arm onto the bar and is like, don't you fucking talk to me that way, and then just leaves. And so then they go back to then Ruffalo goes back to the hotel room and like Laurent was just like Laurent's asleep and like she was just reading a book about magic. And I think the eye symbols was in it too. I don't know because they don't give a shit enough to like continuously keep that going, but they will keep it going a little bit later. Yeah. Okay. So Morgan Freeman's then invited to a drink by Michael Caine.
Can I take a nap while you do this?
Yeah. I would be surprised if people are still awake by this point.
Cool.
Caine asks if Freeman's involved, but he isn't. Freeman says that this is a big magic trick on a global scale. That was planned for a long time ago, and Caine offers double Freeman's money if he exposes them, and Freeman doesn't say no immediately, right? So Ruffalo, yeah, okay. Next morning, Ruffalo and Laurent apologize to each other, and Ruffalo admits he's completely lost and asks for her to explain magic, basically. And she explains that there's the secret organization magician organization known as the Eye. That they have an integration ritual that involves blind obedience, and then they flirt a little bit before Ruffalo realizes his phone is bugged. Like, I don't even remember how he finds out his phone's bugged. I think he just kind of looks at it, and then he's like, oh, my phone's bugged.
So it's kind of wild, because the magicians are like the villains of this movie.
Well, that kind of implies that there's a protagonist or a villain in this movie. It's just kind of like a bunch of people doing shit.
You don't know what they're doing ever. Like, you don't ever get to see them like plan.
Yeah, you don't see them plan, but then you see how they do all the tricks afterwards.
Even in like Mission Impossible, like you get to see like or not Mission Impossible, the other one, Ocean's 11.
Yeah, you see them like make a fake vault inside a warehouse.
You know? Like, and you get to know what the fuck, so you know what goes wrong in the plan.
Yeah, and
so
then
you know what the fuck happens around it, and that's what's cool about it. And this is like you're figuring out the plan as Mark Ruffalo figures out the plan. So it makes you feel like Mark Ruffalo is the protagonist, even though he's not, because you're never really around him that much. Yeah. But then also they're the protagonists because it's about them. But
like I guess the only antagonist is Michael Caine and Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is just kind of they're like all protagonists. Yeah, they're all kind of around. Yeah.
So it's like, but then the people that you're trying to thwart their plans, like their big bad plans, are the magicians making the plans.
Yes.
But you never are in the plan, so you're not in the in-group of the magicians.
Yeah, up until the last minute of the movie where it's like, here's how all that was done.
Which sounds really cool and awesome and like a good viewing experience. But what do I know about a good viewing experience? I ruined this whole podcast by being crazy.
We're just two fucks in Orlando. What do we know about anything?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
back to sleep.
Yeah, so they flirt a little bit. Ruffalo realizes his phone is bugged, and then the FBI look at the interrogation tape with Eisenberg and shows he planted it then, when obviously he did that earlier and no one just noticed. So then they keep the bug in because they know that they don't know that they know that there's a bug in the phone, so they're going to use it to their advantage. I don't think it's ever brought up again. That I think, though, genuinely.
Okay.
Okay, so then they keep the bug in and they want to squeeze them out by like cutting off electricity, water, etc. And I think they're still in New Orleans at this point. The horsemen lose their firewall is the line, I think, and second guess their plan because they don't want to go to jail. And Eisenberg and Fisher are all in, and Franco and Harrelson are a little bit wary because the FBI starts showing up. And then the FBI shows up, and then three of them, but Dave Franco leaves. And Dave Franco just kind of stays behind to burn all the evidence, like the opening scene in Argo. It's weird.
Okay.
So the opening scene of a good movie, and Freeman tails them because now he's working on behalf of Michael Caine, and also Mark Ruffalo knows that Morgan Freeman's now chasing after the horsemen as well. The horsies, sorry, let me get them correct. Ruffalo shows up, and Dave Franco, Mark Ruffalo, and Ruffalo's assistant have a magician fight. So like Mark Ruffalo like tries fighting Dave Franco, but then like Dave Franco distracts him with like a never-ending handkerchief, and then like does sleight of hand to like put Mark Ruffalo's assistant's tie in the garbage disposal of a sink and like kill him. And
women out there, when you're on Tinder and you're swiping left and right on such, and you're like, do I take a chance on this film boy?
Yes.
Look 6 years into your future. 6 or 7 years into your future.
Listen.
I don't even remember. Honestly, there have been so many synopses of movies. I don't remember how we've lived a million lives together.
Well, you don't think we're going to do Now You See Me Too next week?
I know.
I know.
Right,
we're doing it. Fuck,
right?
I've signed up.
I told you to watch this movie.
You did.
It was my idea because I thought it would be fun. I didn't think there was transphobia
and misuse of people's cultures.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was in here. I didn't know that because everyone says it's fun bad. Turns out it's bad.
It's bad. Yeah.
And it's also boring as fuck, and I can't concentrate on it at all.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And like at some point, okay, back to the movie, the bad movie.
See? This is what will happen.
Yeah, Dave Franco just mimics Mark
Ruffalo's
voice.
To you women. Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, he mimics Mark Ruffalo's voice. Like, and it's just Mark Ruffalo speaking through Dave Franco, like with the same movements to like distract the SWAT team that's about to come up and get him. And then Dave Franco escapes, and like I don't know if he steals a car. There's a car somewhere in New York. I think is it New York? Whatever city they're in.
There are no cars in cities.
Yeah, so whatever city they're in at this point, like they're all like Dave Franco makes chase in a car, and then like Laurent like commandeers a vehicle as like Mark Ruffalo, I think, tries to chase on foot the car. And then Laurent's like, are you fucking stupid? Get in the car, asshole. And then Ruffalo's mad at her for not staying in the car beforehand because she was supposed to stay in like with some FBI guy because he doesn't trust her.
So she's like the Matt Damon character in the Ocean's 11?
Yes, but like, we can't compare this to a good movie because it's just not good. It's just not good.
It's not a good movie because Matt Damon's in it, all right?
Now, listen. You love Matt Damon. Don't fucking lie to everyone.
I don't love him. Fuck him.
Okay, so
I feel bad for him though that Ben Affleck and what's her face are back together again.
Oh yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, we watched the car chase for like the news helicopter for a little bit for no fucking reason. So then Franco crashes his car on like a bridge and like just flips like a bunch of times. And like basically
I'm gonna be honest, this is what I think the plot of Grand Theft Auto 5 is. Just a bunch of weird shit and then you flip a car.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I wish.
You wish that's what it was?
I wish it was. I wish this movie was the plot of Grand Theft Auto 5, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get that.
So Franco's dead now.
Okay.
Franco's dead now, quote unquote.
All right, he'll come back.
And then like, yeah, because like the car like explodes because like gas is leaking out of it and they can't actually go see if Franco's alive and dead.
Because it's a Tesla.
Yeah, it was a Tesla the whole time, yeah.
Relatable.
Yeah, so, and then, like, Mark Ruffalo's boss, who I don't think we've met up to this point, is like, you're a fucking idiot, Mark Ruffalo. You're making the FBI look bad. Get your shit together. And then Ruffalo, after getting chewed out by his boss, chews out Laurent, being like, I know you're fucking one of them, you piece of shit. And then Laurent's like, I'm not. Just trust me a little bit. Fuck. Jesus, yeah.
Kind of fucked up.
They get together at the end, by the way. I just want to point that out real quick. Just
Mark Ruffalo and Laurent?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but like there's a lot of them just yelling at each other. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay. So Freeman so the FBI figure out that what was on the paper, because there's like a paper that Franco was holding, and it's like more plans to like steal a vault from a company called Elkhorn. Because they gave up at this point in the script. Yeah.
What do they sell?
Yeah, so yeah, okay.
Corn,
yeah.
Okay.
Freeman calls Ruffalo and explains the purpose and asks what the purpose of a magician's assistant. Ruffalo's like, they're a distraction, and then Freeman calls him a fucking idiot. The assistant actually pulls the strings. Freeman says Laurent is involved and tells him to keep up. And FBI says there's a problem. They're hiding the Elkhorn, the company, they're hiding money in a vault at some random warehouse in New York. And so they go,
like they're really introducing a lot of shit halfway through.
At the 2/3 mark. Yeah,
that's so wild.
Yeah, so then they get the file from the phone and the mobile command center in New Orleans. So some new guy is coming out, taking over the case, and they fight with Laurent, thinking she's in on it, but she wants him to have faith. They go to the warehouse where the safe is. It's gotten loaded onto based on Ruffalo boss's orders, which is Common, a different boss. There's a higher up boss above Common and Ruffalo. That higher up boss chewed out Ruffalo on the bridge where Dave Franco supposedly died.
Yeah.
So Common's got hypnotized somehow by Woody Harrelson at some point. So because he's doing the violin thing and he's doing the
still.
Yeah, that we're still bringing that up at this point.
Okay.
But they do stop the safe that was on the truck from leaving. And then we're going to their like third final act show for the Horsies. And Morgan Freeman shows up and says the truck is at like the guy that drowned, the magician that drowned, his name is Shrike. And they basically they bring the vault to that place. That was like his old like practice grounds. And so they finally decide to open up the Morgan Freeman says it's stupid to open up the safe, so Ruffalo opens it, and the safe has a never-ending handkerchief coming out of the dial. And then there's the balloons inside. And then Morgan Freeman puts on sunglasses and says, "Misdirection, baby, you fucking idiot."
Are you for real?
No, but I wish that happened. But you thought that could happen, so listen, that's what we're dealing with.
Because everything's happening in this movie.
Yeah, we're almost there. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right, that's where we're at. We're like maybe like 20 more %. Okay. Everyone get ready.
20% is a lot.
It is a lot. So the Horsies, they're like performing at like some abandoned building, but there's just like a bunch of projections on it. Like they use projection mapping, a thing that wouldn't be perfected for like 7-8 years after the movie came out.
Yeah.
Eisenberg says magic is fun deception. Before it was just trickery, now it's fun deception. The group says it's time to make a few things right before showing up. They like show up on the roof, and the FBI goes directly to the roof, but Laurent tells Ruffalo, like, they're tricking us, guys. And Laurent convinces Ruffalo to follow her. The three Horsies then like go up on an elevator, and Harrelson calls Eisenberg a dick, but they're all happy to have done these crimes. So the FBI tackled the 3 mannequins on the roof because they were mannequins, obviously, because they're magicians. And Ruffalo finds like the camera setup because like they projected their faces and bodies onto the walls, and they find the thing that does it. The horsies show up on a different part of the roof on the building, and then they start their show by saying goodbye. Then they disappear and like show up behind everybody, like, and they just start running away and escaping on a lower roof. Loren apologized to Ruffalo, but Ruffalo says she was right about being bigger than them, like this whole thing being bigger than them, and then they just kiss. It was earned to the screenwriter, at least.
Okay, yeah.
Laurent walks away. His assistant shows up and shows that the money is fake. Then Freeman walks to his car and all the money's in there because now Morgan Freeman's gotten tricked. He got decepted, decepted.
And then they all get on a carousel and they
we're
fade
almost
away.
there. We're almost there.
Okay,
yeah.
God damn it.
So the horsies show up at Times Square, and like every Times Square billboard that people paid money for ads on is just showing the news of the horseman escape. And then also the eye symbol is glitched into it in a very public place where everyone would have noticed it, but no one cares. Ruffalo shows up.
Probably because no one gives a shit about magicians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, Morgan Freeman's locked up in like a warehouse cage. It's really weird. It's not like it's not like a jail. He's like, there's like an open face, so like the building is like bigger, and then like in the middle is like a cage of it, and then like Ruffalo shows up and is like, hey, like with 2 people, and the 2 people like, all right, we're gonna go away for a minute. And Ruffalo enters the cage with Freeman and like wants answers from Freeman.
Okay.
So Freeman starts explaining every trick that has happened up to this point, right? Okay, so Bryce. Morgan Freeman's like, I've been set up and has info to trade. He's been thinking and knows how he did it. Shows that the rabbit trick they did earlier with the mirror is how they hid the real safe. So they made a fake safe, put it in front of the mirror, so that way no one could see the
But then why would they do the rabbit magic trick in public?
Because they know the FBI is full of morons, I guess. Yeah.
Why would you ever do that even just in case?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Here's a way to steal things.
Well,
oh no, you think I stole stuff from a bank, but I couldn't have because I'm bad at stealing things.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep intercutting between Morgan Freeman and all that, and then also the horsies showing up to like a locked gate and like what eventually is gonna be the carousel. Yeah. So okay. So they faked Franco's death, and this is really funny. By putting Harrelson in a bus driver uniform. In a bus, driving a bus with a bunch of mannequins in it, all dressed up and wigged up. And
wigged up.
They have
straight
wigs.
Up wigged up.
They have him drive a bus with a fake car in front of it, and then have the fake car and real car switch spots when the FBI wasn't looking, or also the news camera that is also following them, not looking. Eisenberg and Fisher in what is essentially Groucho Marx style disguises. Like Jesse Eisenberg has a fake mustache and like wears a blue cap, and that's how he's able to disguise himself while driving when the FBI wouldn't probably even fucking know it's him. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but we have to tie up all our loose ends. Yeah.
Yeah, get a different car.
Yeah, so Eisenberg and Fisher run the fake car off the road, and they used the dead body, like cadaver, disguised, dressed up a little bit like Dave Franco, and then made the car blow up so that way it wouldn't be recognized. And we also see the scene where Dave Franco is like running out of the morgue with like a dead body because we have to show that he's the one that stole it because he's the criminal one. So, and then Dave Franco shows up at the gate and is like, well, there's no gates actually locked, guys. Remember, that's what I said earlier.
He did say that earlier.
He did say that earlier. You guys remember?
You're so right.
You're really smart for remembering that, audience.
Yes, thank you.
So Ruffalo asks, why would they do this and not take the money? And Freeman's like, I don't know, but I gave you info, so let me go, please. And Ruffalo says, not really, and says he looked into oh, yeah. So stupid. So Shrike, who is the original magician, Ruffalo looked into him in his accident and was connected to the Paris bank that they robbed the first time, connected to Kane's insurance, and Freeman's like, you're a sucker for believing this up to this point. That's not connected, idiot, Mark Ruffalo. So the horsemen show up where they need to be and find Lionel Shrike's card in the tree. And Jesse Eisenberg's motto throughout the entire movie was the closer you look, the less you see. So whenever I said that in the past 2 hours, that's what his motto has been.
I don't think you've ever said that.
I haven't said that because I didn't write it down the first time, but I wrote it down at this point because his motto that he's been saying this whole fucking movie is inscribed in the tree where the card is from Lionel Shrike, who's the magician that put himself in a safe that drowned and is fucking dead.
Inception really did a number on movies.
Inception made sense compared to this.
Well, yeah, Inception always made sense. Why did people pretend like it being complicated was like the selling point?
Yeah, no.
The selling point was that it was good.
Yeah, and there were some cool visuals. Yeah.
It was good at the time.
So, so the horsemen take the cards, the original tarot cards that they were used to get invited, right? Yeah, take another card.
See what's up. I got 9 of Swords, Basilisk.
Yeah. So they all like bring out their cards, and the cards magically flip onto one another for no reason. Like there's no explanation for it. But they all just like get on top of one another. The cards, not the people. Sorry, that sounded weird. But I realized that as it came out of my mouth. Sorry. Okay, so they magically are attracted to and flip onto one another, then become transparent with the eye logo, and they point it at the card in the tree, and the card lights up, and it turns on the carousel behind them. So they all start walking towards it. So Ruffalo with Freeman back in the intercut is like, I think here's my new theory is that the eye is everywhere waiting for truly great magicians, and Freeman could have been one deep down, but because he really wanted to. Okay, so also Morgan Freeman finally revealed that
he wanted to be a magician.
At some point, Morgan Freeman's like, well, they had to have said someone like on the inside, and as he says inside, he does the thing where he stops himself from saying inside. And then he turns around and Mark Ruffalo's outside of the cage magically because he was the biggest magician of them all, actually. It's because Ruffalo says that the eye is everywhere and that Morgan Freeman wanted to be a part of the eye, but he wasn't good enough because he was a huge asshole, I guess. That's why he never got invited. And so actually the reason why Morgan Freeman does magic debunking is because he's jealous of real magicians that can get into the eye, I guess. Fucking Christ almighty, dude, this fucking sucks. It wants to, because Morgan Freeman wants to destroy the eye, so the eye got pissed off. Freeman's like, the eye isn't real, and Ruffalo asks who's behind this then, and Freeman says someone with an obsession and willing to sacrifice anything. Ruffalo wants a name, and Freeman says he doesn't know, but they must have had access to the warehouse and the mirrors. And they always were a step ahead, and almost if they were on the inside, and stops, turns around, and Ruffalo's magically on the outside of the cage with his shit-eating grin. And Freeman asks why. Ruffalo's like, that is the question, isn't it? Because we have to keep doing that. And he's waited so long to see the look on his face. Freeman's like, what do you want from me? And Ruffalo wants him to think about his ego and how he always thought he was a step ahead, but really Morgan Freeman was 2 steps behind.
Avocado.
Yeah, and he walks away and takes off his tie for the first time in the movie for no reason.
Having changed,
yeah. I think I wrote that down too. Yeah. Having changed, yeah. And it's revealed he was the guy in the gray sweatshirt that whole time watching and got the gang together. Yeah. The horsemen walk up to the carousel, and then Ruffalo shows up in front of the carousel, and then everyone's surprised apparently, and Ruffalo says, y'all are in the gang now. Y'all are in the eye. Congrats. And the real magic was combining 4 solo acts and making 1 big act. The real magic was the friends we made along the way. And they all get in the carousel and they just kind of disappear. And then we cut back to France where the Laurent is, and she's like sitting.
And Batman and Catwoman are having dinner.
Yeah, and then only fucking if.
Yeah.
So that fuck that. Fuck. All right. The real magic trick was it stayed on for as long as it did the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Laurent's like just eating lunch, and then Mark Ruffalo magically appears behind her, like sitting behind in the bench behind her. And then, okay, because Lauren's like reading the paper, and then in the paper, it was tampered with an article about Shrike, the magician that's behind all this. Ruffalo shows up magically behind her to say that it was all connected and explains that the safe manufacturer made a shitty safe that killed Shrike. And Lauren deduces that Shrike was Mark Ruffalo's dad. So Mark Ruffalo is the kid of the magician that drowned in a safe and didn't get the money from the Paris Bank or Michael Caine's insurance company. Right? So it's all connected. Ruffalo knows it's logical for her to turn him in, but she's like, I fucking love magic, and they put a lock on the fence. They put a fucking lock on the fence.
I fucking love magic.
Yeah, and then they toss the key, and the key lands on the bottom of the river as the horsemen have like this voiceover about how they can be anywhere watching you, and they're recruiting. And then we roll credits at the end of the movie.
I'm gonna go take some Advil.
Oh my god, that was sucked. That fucking sucked for me. Oh my god. Can I watch the second one? Sarah has just informed me that Josh Mansplains is canceled.
You're cooked.
What do you think of Now You See Me, Sarah? What do you think of that awesome movie?
I mean, it's fucking dog shit, of course. But like, we all knew it. But holy shit, that was so terrible. So for the month of October, I'm just gonna read shitty horror.
That's fair. No, that's fine.
And you got a month off.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Come back, like think about what you've done, and then come back.
What made awesome content
in November, and we'll figure it out.
Okay, that's fair. Right? That's fair. All right.
It's over for a month.
Okay. All right.
Because I have to talk at some point on the podcast. And it can't just be like little bits and gags because I'm going fucking insane.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I understand.
I can't keep having little bits just for you to be like, all right, back to the shitty movie. I can't keep having that. It's actually ruining my mental health.
Okay, I'm sorry.
To have my boyfriend, the person that I love, be like, yeah, whatever. Back to Now You See Me. The movie, back to explaining that actually ruins me mentally.
I'm sorry. You're right. Let's take a break from this.
I don't give a fuck what the audience wants. If they want this 5 million times, they love it. I don't care. I have to talk at some point on the podcast. I don't care if we got an audience filled with misogynists that they're like, I hate it every time Sarah talks. Too bad. You decided to click on an episode where one of the hosts is a woman, shocker. Parentheses, shocker, and parentheses.
Woke.
Parentheses, woke. All right, I do have to speak, and if I'm not speaking, I go insane. We never speak outside of this. Josh is like, why would I talk to you? And and this is the only time I get to talk to my boyfriend. So
yeah, that's why you have to. Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I think you should read shitty
horror.
For
the month of October, we're gonna read shitty horror.
That's fair. That's fair. We can start next week because that's I think one of the first podcasts will be going out. Yeah.
And you don't have to watch any shitty movies.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know, because it hurts you too to have to watch the movies.
I've been holding on to this
for weeks
since before the event,
and I knew that the event. Yeah. But I know it hurts you too because you like good movies.
Yeah.
Maybe all November you just watch good movies.
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
You know?
And yeah, I don't have to talk about it on the show then. That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
I can talk about them later.
I literally could not tell you. If you asked me right now to recite the plot of Now You See Me, I couldn't tell you one thing. I was thinking about a memory when my grandma brought me to Arby's and then we went outside and sat. They had like a little garden outside. And then we sat on a bench and ate Arby's, and then she took me to the library. And I was like, that's nice.
That is nice. That's a nice memory.
But yeah, I did go hide in a nice memory of my grandma.
You did literally take an Advil too right after this.
It genuinely hurt my brain.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, no, that was I'm happy that's out of my system though. That's my
That's
having
good.
changed.
I know you had to do it. I hope I wasn't too disrespectful.
No, it's okay.
To
No,
you.
you're fine. I think listen.
It's for the comedy. It's for the
Baby,
bit.
this is content.
Yeah, you know?
I don't give a fuck what happens in here.
Yeah, we're always good at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's good. Ads?
Ads, yeah.
Bye.
We gotta make money off of this somehow.
See ya.
Welcome to the ad break.
Welcome.
Hey, are you enjoying this podcast so far? Now you don't? But if you are, now you see, you better like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell if you're watching on YouTube, and raise 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts if you want to support the podcast in a free way, you know? If you want to support the podcast financially, there's a couple ways to do it. You can go over to patreon.com/APWSTR and you get for a monthly or yearly subscription, you get exclusive content, early releases when we do them, and also ad-free content as well.
Woo.
It's all available to be down in the description, patreon.com/APWSTR. You can buy our coffee line, favorcoffee.com, and you go in, APWSTR coffee brand. Sarah's Chaos Blend is a Colombian dark roast bean
Let's get it.
and it's a chocolate cream flavoring included with it. I have a morning blend. It is a medium roast Brazilian bean with caramel flavoring.
Woo.
Which I think is the one I made today. It's been really good, honestly.
It's been great.
Yeah. It is 16 for one, 28 for the combo, so you can get one of each. You can go straight over coffee.com and buy it. If you want to buy us coffee, you can go to buymecoffee.com/ABWSTR and we'll say whatever you have to say, as long as it's not bad.
Woo.
Keyword bad. All right, so we got a bunch because for some reason.
Yeah, let's figure it out. Why?
Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
Christine, I'm going to censor your last name just to be safe. Christine B bought 3 coffees. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine.
Sorry about your kitty. It's never easy losing a loved one on top of stupid medical bills. Hope this helps even a little.
Thank you.
On another note, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie The Menu. If you guys
have.
I think we've talked about it on the podcast too, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll link it down in the description for you.
Yeah.
If you guys have the dude with the main girl that knows, quote, all about cooking and crap, completely reminds me of the episode you guys did with the pilot guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that character in the movie is how I pictured the pilot guy to be, and it's always quite entertaining to imagine someone like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, just thought of it because I'm watching the movie right now and just listened to that episode again the other day. Well, thank you.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a good movie.
It was a good movie. I
really liked it.
I want to say we did talk about it at some point.
I think about it all the time.
Yeah, honestly, it
was one of those
Tyler's
movies.
bullshit.
Tyler's bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry,
it was like it was a movie where like I watched it and a lot of the themes I really liked it, and then a lot of the themes went over my head, and I thought it was very the symbolism was very like obvious, and then I watched a bunch of like analyses videos on it. Where I was like, whoa, actually, I missed a ton of things.
Yeah, I get that. I think I missed some stuff too the first time watching it, but
it was genuinely like that and Tar, I think, were one of the 2 movies that genuinely were so smart that they went over my head that I both really liked.
No, I get
Tar
that.
a little less because I was confused on some of the messaging, but I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It probably needs a second watch.
No,
but
I get that. Yeah, thank you very much for that coffee.
Thank you. Yeah.
At Rotting Ivy bought a coffee. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, guys. I've been listening for quite a while and have been wanting to buy coffee since the beginning. Money's a little tight right now, but I figured this week would be as good a time as any to send some kind words your way.
Yeah.
On the behalf of all your listeners, I am so sorry for your loss. I know how hard and painful it is to lose a pet, and I am feeling for you. I mean that literally. My partner had to temporarily take away the podcast last episode when everything first happened with Fox because I was crying at work.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I know people have said that they were also crying when we were crying.
Yeah, we're not trying to make you cry. Yeah, we're sorry.
I swear to God, this is a comedy podcast. I swear to God.
I mean, I don't know. I think we're authentic and we try to be as authentic as we can be, but I also don't want to like foster. I know there's like a conversation on whether or not content creators foster parasocial relationships.
That's true, yeah.
But I mean, if you aren't authentic, if no one's being authentic and making their, I view this as art sometimes.
No, yeah.
Like I view comedy as art, I view podcasting as art, and I view like which I know it's a Reddit podcast, whatever. Yeah. But I liked, I see that as a prompt to make comedy and to also be vulnerable and talk about things, and I see this as like a canvas to like talk about. And I know I just went ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da and shoved a bunch of cards in my head.
Yeah, but still.
For an hour, 2 hours. but like, sometimes I want to be vulnerable. Sometimes I don't feel like being vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part of it. And I think if everyone was as invulnerable, making content, we would have a lot of shitty content that I don't want to watch.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So, but I'm sorry. I don't want to make anybody cry with our tears.
No, yeah, we are sorry.
Yeah.
I know there's nothing I could say to make it hurt less, but I and everyone else in your fan base is sending love and hugs. I made one of my Stardew Valley kittens into an immortalized tribute to my childhood cat that I don't get to see anymore. Maybe you could do something similar to honor Fox. Either way, her memory lives on in the two of you and now your fan base. I hope that there's at least some comfort in that. There is.
I was thinking about it. There is. I was thinking about making an ESO character, but Joshua won't give me his login information. So
I emailed support. Okay, fuck. I wish the two of you smooth sailing for the next few weeks as you work through your grief and move forward. And I hope that the rest of your month isn't so bad. I know it's a contractual obligation, but thank you both for running the podcast. Ruining the podcast. I'm sorry. Running the podcast despite everything. We all appreciate you so much. That was a Freudian slip right there. I think I'm ruining the show. Okay.
No, you're not. I'm joking.
No, it's all good. Yeah.
But no, thank you very much. Thank you everyone for the
kind words.
The nice words. Yeah.
Yeah. Carly bought 3 coffees. Thank you.
Thank you, Carly.
Sending you two lots of love and hugs during this difficult time. I'm so sorry to hear about the loss of your kitty Fox. I wish I had more to give, but I hope this helps. Love you guys. Thanks for everything you do. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
M bought 2 coffees. Thank you.
Thank you, M.
Hi guys, I'm so sorry for the loss of Fox. When you said it wasn't spelled like Fox, I got super excited because I used to have a pet turtle named Fox.
Oh.
I named it for my heavy obsession with the 2005 film V for Vendetta. Have you guys seen it?
I
have not. I think I should. I know there's other...
I know it's good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it at least, yeah. Anyway, I love you guys and I appreciate your vulnerability and sharing your experiences with death. My grandpa has ALS and I've recently started the grieving process while he's still alive as he's starting to receive hospice care and morphine treatments. Just know you're not feeling alone and feeling this way, and I'm right there with you. I also really appreciate the transparency on vet bills and money.
Yeah.
I've had to put vet bills on credit cards in the past, so y'all made me feel a little better about my struggle. P.S. This is so random, but Sarah, I love your eyebrows. They always look great and have a nice shape to them. Lol.
Thank you. It's because I'm Italian.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, I will always be honest about the credit cards because they called me during this show. As we were recording, and I had to swipe it away. It's a private number is what it's called, so that's why it's like I never opened those. But
I wonder if they called me too, because they called me this morning.
Probably, honestly.
Somebody called me this morning.
Yeah, they've been calling like my family too. Like, it's really
that shit's
fucked.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But no, thank you so much for that and everything. And Guy Fox, it's not, Fox was named, she was born in like the bushes outside of my friend's house in middle school.
Oh yeah.
And there was like, she was in a huge litter. And so I would go over to my friend's house after school every day because my mom was like, I'm not picking you up. So that would be how I would get home from school. And I went over and then Fox just like plopped on my lap.
And it was like,
my friend was like, you have to take her home. She hasn't done that to anybody else. Like she just chosen you essentially. And so then, I convinced my mom to get her and everything. And my brother actually got one of her cousins or something. And at the time, my friend was really obsessed with Harry Potter. So all the cats were named after Harry Potter characters. So my brother's cat was Mad Eye Moody because he had like an eye ulcer.
Oh, yeah.
And Fox was named after the Phoenix in Harry Potter. So everyone thinks that it's after either the Fallout character or Guy Fawkes.
But it was a simpler time.
Or the animal fox.
Yeah.
F-O-X. But it was a simpler time. It was named after the Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, and I don't know how anybody else is. I don't like to rename cats.
Yeah,
I really don't like it.
It does feel weird, yeah.
It's like that's their name. I don't know.
They're more likely to still recognize that name, yeah, so.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess they don't, Especially if it's a kitten, it's like, whatever. But I just don't feel, I feel like, who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I to rename this?
This cat is mine.
Yeah, like I don't have ownership, but I do.
Us moving in and being like, all right, Fox and Misty, out.
Like I didn't like Misty's name when we got Misty.
Nah, but I've grown with it. It's really...
That's her fucking name,
dude. That's her fucking name, dude. She is Misty, man.
The only cat we named really was Jack because he was a stray and he never had one.
Yeah.
So but yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much for those coffees.
Yeah, thank you.
Ren, they then bought a coffee. Thank you.
Thank you, Ren.
I'm so sorry to hear about y'all's kitty and maybe just want to tell you guys a cute positive story. So here's how I was catfished by a foster dog.
Oh.
I saw a local rescue post about needing a forever foster for a 12-year-old Chihuahua mix who couldn't be adopted out because he has seizures, and I immediately snapped him up.
Yeah.
He was super skinny when I got him, and the rescue decided he was too fragile for vaccines even, Even so, I was expecting a decrepit little senior. Now that he's put on weight and gotten comfortable, he is the craziest dog I've ever met in my life, and no one can believe he's 12. He's wild, all caps, exclamation point. I decided to adopt him out because the rescue was struggling for funds, and I wanted to switch him to our vet because they're awesome. He can be pretty scared of being touched, and they're super good with fearful dogs. And turns out, according to them, the dog is no older than 8, is very healthy now that all his rotten teeth have been pulled out, and maybe could even be weaned off his seizure meds as he hasn't had a seizure since getting on them.
Okay.
Definitely not the end-of-life foster I thought I was getting, but he's the funniest, sweetest boy, and I guess I've got him for the long run now, lol.
Nice.
And honestly, I might at some point send y'all another coffee of more Crazy Butters lore, because I love talking about him. He's insane. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Weird coincidence.
Yeah.
One of my dogs growing up was named Buttercup, and we called her Butters. So,
that's a cute name.
Yeah, good name.
That sounds great. I love Chihuahuas, man.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Small dogs. Yeah.
They're not always too crazy. Like, we had a Poncho growing up, which that was the name that we, when we took him in, that was what the family named him. But he was supposedly crazy, but it was because they had a bunch of, like, toddlers that would go out to him and put their hands in his face.
Oh, yeah, that's like...
And then, of course.
Yeah, you're gonna freak the dog out, yeah.
He ended up being all right. I didn't really like him too much because he was really my mom's dog. And my mom really, like, made him, like... She made sure to be like, Poncho's more of a priority than you are, Sarah.
Yeah.
Like, multiple times. So I was like, fuck that dog.
Yeah, fuck that piece of shit, yeah.
Yeah, and I had to walk him all the time and do all that shit, which was fine, But he got real fat. And he was racist.
Yeah, he was. I remember that too.
Yeah.
You told me about that. Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
But yeah. I don't know. He was a good dog though. Like, out of all the dog breeds, I'd have a Chihuahua. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
All right.
I'd have other dogs. I don't really. They're fine though. I'm not like, ew.
Thank you very much for those coffees.
Thank you. Yeah.
Pterodactyl, her bought a coffee. Thank you.
Thank you.
First, I want to say I'm so sorry to hear about the passing of Fox. Losing a pet is truly heartbreaking. Thank you for always sharing with us the good and the difficult parts of life.
Yeah, thank you.
On a happy note, I have an update. A few weeks ago, I wrote in asking for advice about telling my boyfriend that I love him, and the advice was that I just needed to tell him how I felt.
Yeah.
I kept thinking I would do it when there was a right moment. I didn't expect that the moment would come during a Mount Joy concert. Is it Mountain?
I've heard of Mount Joy.
Mount Joy? Okay.
Mount Joy. Yeah.
While peaking on shrooms, but it did. And he reciprocated. It almost felt like he was relieved to hear it and be able to tell me too. So thank you for giving me the advice. You share so much of your lives with us. I wanted to share a little happy moment you helped create in my life. Solved it. The praying hands emoji, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be like a clap, and then the heart emoji. And then
solved
like
it.
Yeah, and then
that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, sweet.
Fucking
I don't know if that was on
BTS
everything.
heart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all our coffees. Thank you all very much for them.
Yeah,
very nice
thank
work.
you.
And if you want to buy us a coffee, buymeacoffee.com/APWSTR.
Yeah.
What else? In the description of this podcast, there are also links to help support Palestine, Congo, and Sudan. There are distributed computing links as well.
They need eSIMs really bad.
Yeah, eSIMs. I will put that up on the top of the list then to make sure it's easy for everyone to get. Yeah.
All of our merch currently is going to UNRWA. I have to look into what is happening with the mutual aid because I've heard some of their shit like that. It's not actually getting to them through UNRWA. So I have to look that up. Currently, it's still going to UNRWA, but we might change it soon to be going to another charity that actually gets it into the people in Gaza. But I know in general it's hard to get shit in there.
No, yeah, for sure.
But I'm gonna look into that this week.
Yeah, that's fair. So all that will be down in the description. There is also what else do we do? Fuck.
Patreon, gaming.
Patreon. Oh, APWSTR gaming is down there. We haven't posted in a little bit for relatively obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But there's still plenty of backlog content there if you want to get it. Get it?
Yep.
That might be everything. Twitch.tv, guy nicknamed JC. I'm streaming on Fridays.
I think that's it.
I think that's it, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's get to the Reddit.
Let's get to the Reddit.
That is really fun to do.
It is, yeah. It is catchy. That's the sad part. But also, during the movie, it is literally the whole fucking time.
Really?
Yeah, almost the whole fucking time. Yeah, whenever they're like doing magic, yeah, it might as well be.
It is pretty funny, the shit that they do to have it followed up by like that is pretty good. Anyway, this one's not real. It can't be real. And I like, if you keep this in the TikTok to make people mad at me because you hate me. And people are like, actually, my cousin did this. I don't believe them either. That's how unreal this shit is. I won't leave it
in the TikTok. Don't worry.
This is like,
I don't hate you. I love you. I will not do that.
I think like this is supposed to be on this show. Like this was written to be on this show.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
I don't know how else to describe it.
So which one of you creative writers that wrote it? Congrats, you did it.
Honestly, you did a really good job because it really got me.
Keep it up, kiddo. Your writing is gonna get you there one day.
I love you. Yeah, let's go. Am I the asshole for laughing at my sister's baby name in front of our entire family?
Okay. That's a good start.
For some background information, my sister, 27 female, let's call her O, and her fiance, 26 male, recently had a gender reveal party for her baby, who she is 5 months pregnant with. O and her fiance had recently had problems getting pregnant, so the announcement of this pregnancy was like a miracle for the whole family. My parents, my brother, 24 male, and I, 22 female, I've been helping her with pretty much everything from planning parties to buying baby stuff to taking her to the hospital for checkups.
Okay.
This gender reveal party is extravagant, to say the least. Every distant relative from both O and her fiance's sides of the family were invited, and no expense was spared to get the most flashy decorations, the best photographer, a DJ, dinner, and of course, a massive cake.
Jeez, all right.
Yeah. It was a beautiful celebration, and I totally understand them going all out for this. My sister has wanted to be a mom for her whole life.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I was also there where I was like, you're the asshole just for having a big-ass party.
But also, no, like, if it's like you guys have been having trouble, yeah.
And I was also like, is hating gender reveal parties, like, you can go too hard, I think.
Yeah, but also...
have a party.
As long as you're not, like, killing a pilot, I think you're fine. Yeah,
as long as you're not ruining, starting a forest fire.
Yeah, I think, honestly...
contaminating everybody's water supply.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a fucking party. Like, I don't give a shit what you do.
Either, yeah.
Yeah. After they cut the cake and revealed their baby was a girl, they also made a surprise announcement of what they were going to name her.
Okay. All right. This has got to be good if you're already laughing.
I'm going to read up until the name, and then you have to guess.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 3 guesses. Okay? There was a drum roll and a lot of suspense, and then she said the name. Guess number 1.
I'm going to guess just a bunch of random names.
It's related. We have a meme related to this.
We do?
In our show.
In our show? What?
Yeah.
Bada-Dada-Dada-Dadup.
No, this hasn't gone out yet. It's not a meme yet.
Fuck. What memes have we made? What the fuck? What? CinemaSins?
No, but that would be really funny.
Ding?
No. That's 2.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's fair. Fuck. Progressive misogynist. What the fuck else have we done?
Hatsune Miku.
No, really? No, fuck. That's okay. This is fake.
They're gonna name their kid
That's
Hatsune
so fake.
Miku.
This has to be fake, right?
There was a drum roll and a lot of suspense, and then she said the name Hatsune Miku. I couldn't help but burst out laughing. Yeah, because it's not real. Burst out laughing because I honestly thought it was a joke. O has liked anime since she was a kid, but was never obsessed enough for me to expect something like this. Her fiance also likes it. It was what they initially bonded over, but again, he was never obsessed as far as I know.
This can't be real, right?
It's not. It can't be.
But I mean...
But, like, can you imagine the hordes of comments that are like, my cousin named her baby Hatsune Miku?
I'm willing to fucking bet.
No, she fucking didn't, dude. Why are you trying
Actually,
to...
I knew a guy who
why
knew
are
a
you
guy who
spending your
said that at one of his
fucking
friends.
time lying to me in my comment section?
Yeah.
Go do something else. Go jerk off or something. I literally couldn't care less. Holy shit, it's fake. It is fake.
It's fake, yeah.
It just is. I knew this wasn't a joke the second my sister looked at me with a devastated expression on her face. You don't like that I'm going to name my baby girl Hatsune Miku? Everyone else was looking a little confused, but I was the only one who laughed, and I felt instantly embarrassed. She then continued talking, choosing to ignore me, and said that her full name would be, and this is how I know for sure.
Okay, it's fake.
Hatsune Miku Mary Jane Smith.
All right, yeah, that's not.
Our last name is very common, so I don't mind sharing it. That's not your last name.
That's not
that baby's full name. This is a prank.
Yeah, because, okay,
on
hold on.
everyone
This
involved.
is a 5
This
name.
is an assault on the Reddit reading community.
First name is 2 names. Middle name's 2.
Hatsune
Or is it the
Miku,
middle name's-
Mary Jane Smith.
That's, yeah, this is fake. This is. Well, someone think of the Reddit readers.
Come on, man. Shit.
Do you think,
Like, we're reading your slop. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
come
Make
on.
it believable
Make
a
it look
little
believable, yeah.
bit. Holy crap, I know you're 12,
we
but like,
we have standards here in the Reddit community.
read a damn
And by
book.
Reddit community, I mean like me and like 2 other podcasts, maybe. Tops.
Yeah. We are a white family with very white names. There's nothing wrong with non-white names at all. Yeah, that was my problem with your post. Is that you seem to have a problem with Hatsune Miku as the name. There's nothing wrong with non-white names at all, but the baby's name seems very out of place. Oh, does it? I talked to my sister after the party and apologized for laughing and said if she was really serious and she seemed offended, I would even ask. My parents are concerned too and are trying to talk my sister out of the name. O's fiance is also adamant about the name, so I've heard. O has refused to talk to anyone in my family since the party, and I feel bad. But I would feel worse for the baby if her mother goes through with naming her this, so am I the asshole?
I mean,
Now, the entire top comment, and it's got 4, like, Reddit...
well, rewards or whatever. Like,
Yeah, it's like a gold high five or something. And it's, like, breaking down why this is a bad name.
I can tell you in one sentence
We
why
could
it's a bad
be
name.
curing cancer right now. You know what? There's so much other shit we could be doing.
We could all. Yeah.
When we're all just sitting around with our dick in our hand and into the same fucking thing that we're all gonna drink from later. Like, this is all stupid. What are we doing this for? What are we doing this for? I will say I do like the bait feels very like 2010s
Yeah.
to
this
me,
is-
and I am a little nostalgic for it.
Yeah. This
So
was.
I do
yeah.
like it.
You know, this is bait in the way that like it's not an AI that wrote it. You know what
It's
I mean?
yeah, it's bait in the way that like at the end of it, it's like and then the Loch Ness monster said, "Give me Tree Fitty" or something like
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Because you're like, oh, okay, you
it
got
was
me.
really it was hard today actually picking Reddit stories because I thought there were a bunch that were AI because like.
Yeah.
I went to like a top
Probably.
week all basically just to see like what was going on.
There were a bunch that made no fucking sense to
There's
me.
one that made no sense, but like literally between like there were so many that started with just like so comma like and-
Reddit.
yeah, it's like
Reddit.
and like not to say that people don't
Reddit.
use that, but like to see so much of it like back to back to back is like, all right, you guys are using ChatGPT and you're not even like changing anything.
At some point, it just feels like you're reading Mad Libs. You know,
Kinda, yeah.
when you do this too long.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna read this because it's really funny.
Okay, got it.
Not the asshole. That's a terrible name, and of course you thought it was a joke because it is, because it didn't happen.
Yeah.
A few talking points for when you go back to your sister. Hatsune Miku is the full name of a character. Like, I feel like this is ChatGPT too. Like,
Yeah.
this is dead internet theory.
Can you ChatGPT? Can you please explain why this
Why
name's bad?
Hatsune Miku is a bad name for a child?
Certainly,
A
so
human
you are-
child?
and can you do it as a not the asshole?
I want those good Reddit gold handshake points.
ChatGPT, give me a comment that'll get me Reddit gold, please. Thank you.
Give me celery, man, please. Hatsune Miku is the full name of a character in the Japanese style, meaning that the surname comes first. Any Japanese speaker will be completely confused. It will sound like she named her Granger Hermione Mary Jane Smith. Why do we have to bring in
Yeah,
Harry
we don't need to
Potter
bring
in
Harry
this?
Potter into this. Listen,
We're already deep in the cringe.
yeah,
We're too deep in the cringe.
I don't like anyone in this story so far.
Me neither. The character's name gets shortened to Miku because that's intended to be her given name. Hatsune isn't a real Japanese surname, but it's close enough. Edited as I was corrected in the comments. Apparently it is or something.
I don't. Yeah,
I don't fucking know. I'm not going to read any more about this because it's a big waste of time. The name won't just sound odd to English speakers, it'll also sound nonsensical to anime fans who care enough to learn Japanese and native Japanese speakers. There's a large body of hentai and other adult content, or whatever euphemism you want to use with that character. It's not that hard to find. If you think playground teasing will be bad because of her name in the early grades, just wait till they get access to the internet.
What the fuck?
That is actually a good point,
I
because
guess that
usually
is,
we're
yeah.
like, there are no bad names, they're always going to get teased, but like, not all bad names come with just a cacophony of porn.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like, this is genuinely a bad
that's actually
name.
would be a bad. Yeah.
Yeah. She can still honor the character she loves with a name that would make more sense to an English speaker, Mika. It's only one letter off and can still be written and spoken perfectly in Japanese. Granted, in English, it's usually cut through. I guess not. Sometimes pronounced as Micah, while in Japanese, it could be pronounced Mika. Or if she absolutely has to have a unique and special snowflake name, okay.
Okay, calm down.
How about Mariah? The work Miku is written as a katakana as something. I can't spell it out. Which is somehow anyone who speaks Japanese better than me, please explain. Derived from the word Mariah, kanji is blank blank, which means future. Okay. I edited for a typo and based on the input from others in the comments that Hatsune is a surname used in Japan as well as the pronunciation of the name Mika. Okay, so it is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, duh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, none of this can be. We're all
it's
just...
good information, I guess, about
we
Japanese.
We did learn
That's
something,
nice.
yeah. But also...
Duh. Don't name your child Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
I swear, like, I literally couldn't. If the OP of this post DM'd me personally, which would be insane because all my DMs are off, DM'd me. If they wrote me a letter and delivered it to my house, A, stalker behavior. B, and I opened it and was like, I am the OP from the story. It is real. Here is my birth certificate with Hatsune Miku Mary Jane Smith on it. I would think it's all fake. Still, I don't give a shit. It's fake. I've made up my mind.
Even as you realize there's a weird white powdery thing in there.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, thank God I can be with Fox again.
All right. Well,
are you going to keep that in? Who knows, bitch? Try to snipe my damn joke.
Tonight's going to be real fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be real fun for me.
Yeah, you little bitch.
Yeah, not the asshole if this was real.
Yeah, NTA. You're just having a physical reaction. It's like pissing or shitting. Someone says they're going to name their baby Hatsune Miku. I burst out laughing in their face, and I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you know me, I love Hatsune Miku. This got nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
Shit.
she's innocent in this.
Yeah, she's innocent.
Yeah.
She's always innocent. She's my queen.
Shortening the name. Well, okay, we can't do Hatsune Miku. How about Hat? Do you think people would get to be... That's something I think fucking crackers could say.
It's also like, I guess she could go by Mary Jane or something, or like Mary or whatever. But then it's like, oh, that's your middle name? What's your first name? Hatsune fucking Miku. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's not. You're just delaying.
We're getting a divorce.
Yeah,
I'm taking the kids.
Yeah, you're just delaying an inevitable response. Yeah.
Your bank closed your bank account.
Yeah.
You don't have a mortgage anymore.
You're impersonating a fake character.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail for having that name. Just for having it. It's not your fault, but it is now.
Yeah, sorry.
Why didn't you change it?
Yeah. When you turn 18, immediately change it. Yeah.
Save up $200 and go change it. What the fuck? Why do you still have that? That's ridiculous. That's criminal behavior.
Fuck, man. That's so fucking stupid. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Solved it. Faked it.
Why didn't your parents change it? Why did your parents name him that? Well, God smited them as soon as I was born. So I was born an orphan. Hatsune Miku.
I will say this one is like the most popular story from like the past week.
Okay.
And usually I try to stay away from them.
It's crazy.
Sometimes Reddit's right in what should be popular and what shouldn't be popular.
I will be the judge.
Okay, so am I the asshole for uninviting 25 family members to my wedding 6 weeks to showtime?
You're not the asshole, and in fact, you're the saint, YTS. Because if I was told that I had to go to a wedding in like 6 weeks, and then someone was like, "Hey, no, fuck you," I would be like, "Oh, thank Christ! Oh,
thank God! Oh, thank God!
Thank God! I hate these things.
Yeah.
Fucking thank God I can go back to bed." Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I've had this Halloween wedding planned for 2 years. The venue I wanted has a wait list. All of a sudden, my mom and grandma decided the wedding was satanic and wanted me to make last-minute changes.
Oh.
I told my mom and grandma a firm no, 2 years my family has known about this, and because I have told them, half my mom's side thought they would be cute and said they aren't coming in a random ass power struggle.
Okay.
I told them fine and canceled everyone's invitation who complained or backed my mom or grandma on this. One of my sisters acted like she stepped out of bridesmaid duty, so I replaced her. It was about 25 people that decided to act stupid at less than 6 week mark. So I sent out uninvited invitation, and I sent out a new QR codes for those attending, and the venue will check in by only those to let people in. My aunt, who was one of the uninvited, told me people are allowed to disagree with me, and that doesn't mean you can pull an invitation from a wedding that they have made plans to attend.
Yeah, I mean, it's your wedding. So.
Yeah. I told my aunt that they had 2 years for complaints, but said you are not going 6 weeks before my wedding is bullshit, and everyone fucked around and found out. I will not be bullied by my family over this.
Yeah, I think that's baller. I don't know. I've heard so much worse Bridezilla shit.
Yeah, this
We're
is not
really
even
complaining about this. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I think kick him out just because they're wishy-washy on their Christian beliefs. Like, yeah, you're so right. You had 2 years to pitch a damn fit. You're doing it now.
And now you're doing it now, yeah.
No, fuck you. Not because of now, but because you pitched a fit later.
Yeah, you should have brought this up, I don't know, 2 years ago maybe, if you really thought it or believed in it. That's weird. 25 fucking people, like, in total were like, yeah, guys, this is satanic.
Guys, I don't like it, actually. I don't care. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's my wedding. What the
Get
fuck
outta
are
here.
you doing? Yeah.
What? We're not allowed to disagree with you on a day where it's all about you?
God face, yes.
That you're paying for?
That you're paying for, and I'm not helping you pay for. And like
now,
I made...
Well, and then also the logistics, like, and everyone else is going to explain this in the comments. And we're going to let you do it because you need something to do, right?
Okay.
Listener. But fucking, it's like, what? You want her to change the date 6 weeks before the date? You can't fucking do that.
Undo the, yeah.
Hey, vendor, my family thinks that the day is icky. Can you move it?
Yeah.
No, I can't. This is a business run by adults for adults who are getting married to other adults. No, we can't move the fucking date.
Yeah.
What do you mean? There are other weddings around.
Yeah.
You're not special. We can't do that.
You were on a wait list. You got it. You're not. What are you fucking talking about?
What, you want to upend your whole life for these people that hate you? No,
Yeah.
don't do it. Is anyone like YTA? And if they are, what's their so I can... What do you want?
No, yeah, no one's. Yeah, all the top comments are not the asshole, obviously, because yeah, fucking.
Have you fucking noticed that there's more like Jenna Ortega getting canceled because she, or like this random singer-songwriter getting canceled because she wrote a line in a song that's like sacrilegious?
I haven't seen anything.
It's so like Chapel Roan, she did like a thing where she was a nun or something. And everyone was like, that's not cool. You can't sexualize a nun. And it's like, what?
I hate to
what
break
are you
it to
fucking
you.
talking about?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like 16 paintings right now of nuns getting fucked in the ass. Like, and those are like classic paintings. Like, we all know the one where he's fucking that nun, right? We all know that one. But like, that's like, I don't, like, what are we talking about, man? Why are we pretending like you guys have power to cancel a celebrity that doesn't believe in your religion?
Yeah.
What is happening? What's going on?
Might be surprised to hear this. There are other religions out there.
Who cares? Like, they're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to logic. It's so crazy to me that keeps happening. There's also some like, I don't believe in God, but I do, I believe that you're my savior. And it's like, kiss me on the mouth and love me like a sailor. I don't believe in God, but I believe that you're my savior are the lines. And there was like a
That's so
month
tame.
and a half long I kept getting TikToks from like teens that were like, I can't believe they would write this. And I'm like, why am I like, it's just rage bait at this point.
Yeah, it has to be. Because like,
Come
on.
It's
this is so tame.
weird.
I remember
I genuinely get really worried. Like, I don't get mad. I'm not baited into rage by this.
No,
but I get genuinely worried that, like, you know, youngins are gonna see this and think that it's a big deal.
Yeah, but like, no, it's not. Like, you have to
it's not.
People don't know about fucking history and like every other satanic panic that's ever happened in this
it's the majority
beautiful nation, apparently. Yeah.
If you're dunking on the majority religion of the country that you live in, they're not oppressed.
Yeah.
You're not oppressing them.
Yeah.
Christians are not oppressed. I don't know how else to say it. They're literally not.
In fucking America? Yeah, no, they're not at all.
And contained to just America. I would argue throughout
probably
the world.
Some other places too, yeah.
But like, I'm going to say in just America, Christians are not oppressed.
Yeah.
We don't even have abortion rights federally.
Yeah, because
because of them.
Yeah, because of them. Yeah.
They're not oppressed. In fact, they're catered to.
Yeah.
They don't even have to pay taxes. Churches don't even have to pay taxes. Why are they crying like they're oppressed?
Well, Sarah, have you thought about how I want another private jet so I can spread more of the word of Christianity?
I mean, like, they're like the OG cry bullies, man. Like, what are we doing here? What are we fucking doing here? But I'm mean. Atheists are mean.
Because I want to have a Halloween themed wedding.
I don't even dislike Christians, man. I think that shit is cool. If you fucking want to go believe in a God and, you know, you have a community and stuff, I think that's fucking cool as shit. And I don't have that, and I'm a little jealous. I can't physically make myself, you know, I feel like I'm fucking dunking on people by going to church and pretending like I am. And that was the whole reason that I was like, no, I'm an atheist, because I don't want to. These people are nice to me. That I've met in real life. But then I keep seeing like shit online where it's like, no, guys, no, you can't be gay. I'm crying because you're gay and that's hurting me somehow. And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? You're the majority. What do you mean? Just go live life and, I don't know.
Get a hobby, man.
Yeah, go knit.
Yeah.
And live a nice life. Live a nice, quiet Christian life. Whatever you want to do. That's perfect. That's great.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
How about I make a big ass deal out of literally anything that I see that's not something I do, though? Have you thought about that? What if I just like ruined everyone's life except mine?
It's crazy to me. I don't know.
Solved it?
Yeah, solved it. Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to share my lottery winnings with my boyfriend's dog, even though I promised?
Okay. Why? It's gotta be like for like a treatment, right? Like it's gotta be like something.
No,
okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now. No, it's not.
Cool. All right. Let's see.
How much money do you think it is?
I feel like if you're going on Reddit, it can't be that much.
Right.
Like
you'd think. Right?
I think the lowest you'd probably want to say on the internet's maybe like 5,000 and below. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see.
All right. So I, 26 female, won a decent amount in the lottery, about 50K. Before I won, my boyfriend, 29 male, and I would always joke about how if I ever hit it big, I'd quote unquote split it 3 ways between me, him, and his dog, Baxter.
Okay.
Baxter is a golden retriever, and I love him. But I always thought it was, you know, just a joke. Like anyone with a fucking brain would, you know? Well, fast forward to me actually winning, and my boyfriend is now dead serious about wanting me to give Baxter's share of the money.
By giving him
the
2/3 of the money? Like that's...
Giving the dog money.
That's...
human money. So that the dog can walk to 7-Eleven.
Can grab a taquito
and pay with his dollars, his human dollars.
Human dollars, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He insists I promised. And that Baxter deserves 10K and a dog trust fund for future vet bills, toys, and whatever he needs. I told him that's ridiculous. Baxter's a dog and doesn't need a trust fund. Now my boyfriend is calling me selfish and saying I went back on my word.
I don't even think you can make a trust fund for anyone that's not a fucking human.
Right.
I feel like that'd be what I mean, you know what? Listen, the American banking system is fucking crazy. I don't know.
Who knows? He says it's not about the dog. It's about me not keeping promises and that it shows I don't take our relationship seriously like he does by giving money to a dog.
This is a good way to keep $50,000 as opposed to giving away.
Like this could all be cut short by you saying to your boyfriend, "Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm stupid that I will give into your manipulation?"
Yeah, to try and give you another
third of the money that I want.
Yeah.
Because of your dog.
Because, like, yeah, if you split it 3 ways, it's like, what, 16,000 with change?
Also, like, I really want to point out, people are like, well, you should pay for the dog that you have together, blah, blah, blah. It's his dog.
Yeah, it's not even their dog.
It's his dog.
If it was their dog, I might be like, well, I can understand saving some of the money for the vet. Because, like, listen,
I get
I've spent a fuck ton of money.
10K's nothing, apparently, if they go into diabetic ketoacidosis.
Yeah,
shit.
But,
like, I get that, but it's not his money.
Yeah, it's her money to decide what to do with, and it's not technically her. How long have they been dating, too?
They don't say.
Okay, well, that's
it's part of it.
That's true, yeah, but still.
Anyway, we have an update to this too, so I'm gonna get into it. They're both very short.
Okay.
Here's where it gets weird. I actually relationship seriously, parentheses, but like seriously over a dog?
Yeah.
Here's where it gets weird. I actually did buy Baxter a pretty fancy dog bed and some expensive treats with part of the winnings, but my boyfriend is saying that doesn't count because it wasn't part of the quote-unquote official 10K I was supposedly promised. He even brought up going to a lawyer, a dog lawyer for dogs to set up the dog trust fund to make it official.
Can't be real. This can't be real. This can't be a real
Man's lost his damn mind.
Yeah, listen, guys, I would do anything for my cats, but this is even a little much for me.
A dog trust fund? I mean, someone's going to be like, this is actually a very common practice for people with their dogs. Blah, blah, blah,
yeah, I want to bet
blah.
rich people try to skirt taxes by using their dog's name.
Yeah, there's a lot of rich people shit I don't fucking know about, dude. My cat died last week because I didn't fucking have enough money for diabetic ketoacidosis. Yeah, I don't know shit about a dog trust fund, dude. What are we talking about? Again, what are we fucking doing?
About, yeah.
Holy shit.
Christ.
I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. You do. I'm reading it and I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. You're living it. That's crazy. Am I the asshole? No.
No.
In no universe for not giving a literal dog a chunk of my lottery winnings, even though I might have jokingly promised. Or is the whole thing just absurd? And then I confronted him, gosh, part 2. It's part 2. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend after the dog trust fund argument? Part 2 of refusing to share my lottery winnings with his dog. Okay, so after thinking it over, I, 26 female, finally confronted my boyfriend, 29 male. He is almost 30. And he lost his girlfriend because he wanted her to give $10,000 to his dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
About this whole absurd situation with the dog trust fund. I told him straight up that while I love Baxter, giving $10K to a dog is beyond ridiculous, and I can't believe it's turned into such a major issue in our relationship. His reaction, he doubled down. He kept going on about how it's quote-unquote not about the money. Of course not.
It's always about the money.
It is literally about the money.
To yourself. Listen.
It's 10K. Even though it's clearly all about the money and that this is really about trust in the fund. This is about
my trust fund for my dog.
My trust fund for my dog. Trust and me quote-unquote not keeping promises. Honestly, it's her fault for not giving 10K to his dog. He even said that if I can't keep this promise, again, about a dog, how can he trust me to keep my word on bigger things? at that point, I just couldn't take it anymore. I told him this whole situation has raised huge red flags, and after 2 years.
Okay, yeah, 2 years. No, that's
2 years together. That's too short. I can't believe he's acting like this. I told him flat out that we're ending our relationship because his priorities seem completely out of whack. If he's this unreasonable over something so absurd, I can't imagine dealing with more serious issues down the road. Instead of reflecting on what I said, he got defensive and accused me of breaking trust. I'm honestly floored by how this has spiraled.
Yeah,
but I feel like this breakup was inevitable with how he's been acting.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for ending a 2-year relationship over a dog trust fund, or is this as insane as it feels?
Guys,
good news, she did not give him any of the money yet.
Okay, good.
So, great.
Yeah, because you'd be out 20.
Keep your money, honey.
Yeah, keep the money for yourself.
Holy crap. This is what they mean by when you win the lottery, the crazy comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, anytime a large sum of money, like if you get a job that's like, 6 digits, like I'm willing to bet
come
the
out
fucking
the
crazies.
woodwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing I've heard too with the lottery is like, yeah, literally anyone you've ever met ever is going to try and sue you for that money. Like,
yeah.
It's like insane.
Well, it's like that gambling story we had way back when, where that lady was like, well, but I gave you a hat.
Yeah, exactly.
So I need $800
right now, please. Yeah, because I was actually your stylist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's crazy. Yeah. Okay. 2 years. Technically not your. Okay. Because like, yeah, honestly. Yeah. No,
fuck that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 years is like, I think like pre 5 years, that's when the crazy shit starts to come up.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's longevity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if you find out they're fucking, usually it's within 1 year, and if you can get through 1 year, at least the next milestone is 5.
Yeah.
And then after that, if you break up, it'll be devastating for either of you. So.
This is like, listen, I get loving your pets. Trust me.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
But that's a little.
And also, I kind of get putting away money for your pet.
But also, if you got half the money,
it's not your money.
Yeah, if your partner was kind enough to give you half the money as like, and like it's still also like during half jokingly, you could put a decent amount of that away for your dog still.
Also, like she makes a point to be like, that's his dog, unless it's like their dog they got together, which I highly doubt because they've only been dating for 2 years.
Yeah.
Which, not to say it's impossible. I'm sure it happens a lot where couples get a dog together within 2 years. But like, there's still like a legally, you have to put your name down as like who gets the animal.
Yeah.
You know? Like Misty's mine.
For sure, yeah.
Jack is yours, even though you didn't have to write anything because it was a stray.
Yeah.
Jack was a stray.
Yeah.
And when we go get a fucking new cat tomorrow, because I'm doing that, because I'm depressed. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my fucking name down on that cat.
Yeah, that's
you
fair.
know?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's who makes the decision. That's why, with Fox, when she passed, I was the one writing all the shit because she was my fucking cat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even in a relationship, if you both get a cat, it's not like you both have ownership over it. Because what if you break up?
Yeah, exactly.
Who gets the animal?
Yeah.
Shit.
God, man.
It's just so... I can totally see people being like, well, but you don't know. And fuck you, man. I don't know what else to say it. Like, he's obviously manipulating this woman into giving him money.
2/3 of the money,
that she won.
Yeah.
There's no
$32,000 of the $50,000. 33,000 because it's like 16.6 repeating or some shit like that. I think. Yeah.
That's some shit where, and I hate it when people say this, but if the genders were reversed, we would be all dunking on this lady
for sure. But yeah,
because she's a lady and it's easier to dunk on women.
Yeah.
But because it's a man, we got to come up with like a bunch of things. But maybe he didn't. But maybe he's like, maybe he's like neurodivergent and he's just really like. Rules, and it's like, no, he was trying to manipulate her out of money, obviously.
32
for a dog. Come on, man. Let's be for real.
Yeah.
Let's be fucking for real, please.
Jesus. Yeah, no, not the asshole, obviously. Yeah, you gotta get out of that too. Because like, again, if you make money,
crazy.
He's gonna try and take any of your money. No matter where it comes from, yeah.
And this is from people that live together and spend our money very loosely between each other.
Yeah.
Like, we're sending each other money 24/7.
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's about...
No, yeah.
fairness.
Exactly, yeah.
He was not being fair to you.
Not at all, yeah.
And also was not willing to hear you, and then was turning it around on you.
Yeah, and doubling down, yeah. Just
you don't keep your promises.
I can't trust you. Because you didn't give me $30,000 fucking dollars. Crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, solved it. Not the asshole, obviously.
Like, you're really gonna side with that guy who's walking around being like, yeah, my ex-girlfriend scammed me out of $30K. You never had it.
Yeah, it wasn't even yours. Like,
oh my
fuck.
God. Chill.
Yeah, it sucks, but like the golden rule is like, unless it's in your hand, you don't have money. You don't have the,
Yes.
But just the system. The system fucking sucks, all right? Okay. This one's bad.
Okay.
I'm doing this one now just because it's not, for some reason, saving on Reddit for me, because Reddit's a great app that doesn't mess up ever again. All right, so this one's bad. I'm sorry.
Okay, whatever.
Am I the asshole for making a joke that my girlfriend looks like a boy?
You said I would get really mad about this.
My girlfriend has a cousin with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and her and the cousin's sister and aunt came together to donate hair for the cousin so she'd be able to get a wig.
Are you kidding me?
My girlfriend didn't really want to do it, but said because she is close with the cousin and there aren't many female members of the family, she felt like it wouldn't be right if she backed out. They are all redheads, which is more difficult to get wigs, and apparently otherwise, I would think she could just buy one. My girlfriend now has very short hair, from the back, it looks like a guy who hadn't been to the barber in a while. It's gonna get a lot worse, just so you know.
Okay.
We met up with friends who haven't seen her in a while, and they were shocked at her short hair. I shouldn't have said anything, I know.
Yeah, guys, what do you think? Is he an asshole or not?
But, best word in the English dictionary, but I had been pre-gaming a bit and rubbed her head and joked that she looked like a boy, and they agreed and laughed. She barely said anything the whole meal, and after we got back into the car, screamed at me for humiliating and disrespecting her.
But guys, it's not okay to scream at your partner.
Yeah, like that's actually kind of manipulative.
Yeah, it's actually fucked up.
You should give me $32,000. Actually,
you know she's bad because she's a woman. Yeah.
I told her it was just a joke, but it's just a joke.
Yeah, geez.
Get past that point.
Calm down, lady.
I told her it was just a joke, but it just seemed to piss her off more. And after I dropped her off at home, and she hasn't answered any calls or texts. I'm really worried she took it way too seriously. But am I the asshole for making a joke?
Yeah.
You're not a comedian. You don't know how a joke works.
You're not. Yeah. You're a very cruel individual. What else the fuck do you want me to say? I don't know. NTA.
You're just trying to have fun.
You're just trying to have fun, and your girlfriend's a stick in the mud. I don't. Get a girlfriend that's like me. Get a girlfriend like me that's like not a stick in the mud. Like, pick me. How about you?
I wouldn't cut my hair for anyone, actually. So like, we
I don't
even
care
have
if they
this
have
problem.
Hodgkin's lymphoma. Go fuck yourself. Why are we just being so casually cruel on the internet?
Yeah, man.
I mean, I guess that's kind of how it's been since the beginning. But
yeah, I mean, I think people in general can be casually cruel in real
just
life.
In general, yeah. As you never stopped while writing this out to think, hey, man, maybe this is bad.
Maybe it looks bad, yeah.
Maybe I should treat more people with respect at some point. Like your mom never sat you down and was like, hey, you shouldn't be bullying people.
Yeah,
honey.
And you shouldn't try and boast about it.
Like your mom didn't even love you enough to tell you that what you're doing is wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no one in your family loved you enough to make you a better human being.
Yeah, that's the
you know
prison.
What I mean?
Yeah, that's the prison that you're in now, man.
And it's like you've been failed by everyone in your entire life because you think that kindness is secondary to being cruel.
Yeah.
And cruelness is something that will get you ahead. And that's because everyone in your life didn't care about you enough to get you to this point where you think that it's a dog-eat-dog world and you have to be cruel to everyone to assert dominance over them for some sort of futile, I don't know, reasoning. You're still going to go to work and put in your fucking spreadsheet. You're going to go to the spreadsheet mill, make the spreadsheets, and in 20 years from now, they're going to lay you off because they never cared about you. And the people that you should be nice to and create care for in your life are not there because you were consistently cruel to them because everyone in your life up to this point didn't love you. And as someone who also had a bunch of people that didn't care about me very much, I've somehow learned how to not be very cruel, except for right now being cruel to you.
Yeah.
I'm like the Dexter of being cruel. Somehow I learned that to have people around me that care about me because I try to be kind every day to people that deserve it.
Yeah. That's the key word there, deserve it.
Yeah.
Like, kindness and respect is earned. Kindness isn't earned, but respect is earned.
Respect is earned. Yeah.
Kindness you get.
You should be respectful to everybody.
Yes, for sure.
And I don't know. It sucks that the good and kind people that walk around trying to be good and kind to everyone that they meet every day have to interact with people like this.
Yeah.
That think that they have to be some sort of individual to get ahead in life.
Not only that too, but all the friends were fucking so into it too. That's great. Like the fucking your soon to be ex, if not already.
I think it's a dominant worldview. Like if you like people genuinely, if you are like, no, I try to walk around and be kind, we'll be like, you're so naive. Fuck you.
I can be naive when those fucking kneecaps get bashed in with my baseball bat or what?
Yeah, like shit, dog.
Listen, kindness is also a switch I can turn on and off for people.
Why do you think I'm this kind? Is it because I grew up in a fairy tale land with gumdrops and rainbows, or do you think it's because I choose to do this every day?
Yeah.
Instead of spew out the internal hatred that I feel all the time, 24/7. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I know that you're cruel like this because I am you. And you just haven't ascended yet to realize that you need to be kind every day. And you need to make a choice every day to be kind. And instead, you're making fun of your girlfriend, who I assume you love if you're not wasting your fucking time, for caring about someone with Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Yeah.
And you still don't think you're a dick for that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But Sarah, have you thought about the fact that she looks like a boy and that's not normal?
Because I didn't say anything, Bixby.
Yeah, Bixby, get out of our conversation.
Oh my god, chill out, Bixby.
But have you considered that looking like a boy as a girl is actually weird and gross and dumb? And if you do that, like, you don't deserve respect and love. And
yeah, that's the other thing. You're too dumb to even understand gender as well, which is like a basic thing.
Yeah. Christ, man.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah, sorry. I know I should have waited, but it wasn't saved on Reddit, so blame Reddit, not me.
All right, whatever. Solved it.
It's everyone's fault but mine. That I read a story willingly.
I know I'm one to talk, but you should be kind to people.
No, yeah, for sure. I agree. Yeah.
Anyway, am I the asshole for refusing to let my sister's family live in my house after they sold theirs for a dream vacation? Yeah, they sold their house for a vacation.
I mean, I guess do what you want with your money, but that's kind of...
No, you don't want to be saying this.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
So I, 32 male, own a modest 3-bedroom house that I've been paying off for the last 10 years. It's nothing fancy, but it's mine, and I'm proud of it. My sister, 29 female, and her husband, 31 male, are the typical free-spirited types. They've always talked about quitting the rat race. What year is it? You know what I mean? Shit. Living life to the fullest, all that. Well, a few months ago, they finally did it. They sold their house during a booming market, thinking the profit would fund a year-long break to travel.
That's a lot. That's crazy. Okay.
They believed they could stretch the money by traveling cheaply, staying in hostels or Airbnbs.
That's not cheap.
Hostels are.
Hostels
Airbnbs
are,
are not.
Yeah, I was thinking like best case scenario, you're probably spending $1,000 a week.
Yeah,
which is already 50,000, 10% on
of whatever
lodging.
it is you're doing.
Yeah,
and getting by with occasional odd jobs. At first, they stayed in nicer places and ate out a lot, thinking they had plenty of cushion. But within 2 months, they were out of money.
How much did they? Wait, they made like what? 5? They said.
They didn't say.
They didn't say how much money it was?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought I heard 500,000, but like, I guess that's like median.
I don't know. I'm like 100, 200K.
Even if it's 200K in 2 months is crazy.
I know. I mean, I could probably do that, honestly.
I easily could do that.
Yeah.
Uber Eats and DoorDash all the time. Yeah, it'd be gone every meal of every day. Yeah.
They underestimated how quickly expenses would pile up, especially with 2 young kids, 7 female and 5 male. to feed and care for.
Oh god, I hope this isn't real. Holy shit,
Yeah,
dude.
this was like the first I was like, this guy's writing this silly. And then once it got to that part, I was like, no, they're pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's...
Why would you do that to your kids, man?
Jesus.
Yeah,
fuck,
that's
man.
wild. Now that their funds are drained, they decided to stop full-time travel, but don't want to settle down yet. Instead, they asked to live with me rent-free for the next 10 months while they quote-unquote figure things out. They say they'll still try to make some occasional trips if they find super cheap deals.
So they're still gonna try... Are you fucking kidding me?
But for the most part, they want to stay at my house. I told them no, my house isn't big enough, I don't want the disruption, and I certainly don't think it's fair for them to live off me because their plan failed. I offered to help them find an affordable rental or even cover part of their expenses for a couple of months so they could get back on their feet.
Yeah, that's a fair compromise, yeah.
That is, really nice, but that wasn't enough. My sister blew up at me, calling me selfish.
Ow.
I'm me? Okay.
Yeah.
And accusing me of being jealous of their quote-unquote adventurous lifestyle. Honey, you're homeless. And you think I'm jealous of you. It sucks. I don't think anybody should be homeless.
No, I don't think so either.
You could be the biggest piece of shit ever.
No.
I still don't think you should be
Yeah.
homeless. I think that's fucked up.
No, yeah.
I think certain
I
things
wish
in
we-
life should be free, and that's
Yeah.
it was some of my most radical thinking.
Yeah.
Like, water, food, housing should all be free,
Yeah.
clothing. Yeah, like we should all have that shit. Universal basic income, I'm down for it. I
Yes.
think that's great. I do think in this society, like there is like a fuck around and find out kind of shit. You
There is
really
a limit.
ruin your goodwill so hard. I don't
Yeah.
know why you think the reaction should be favorable.
Like, yeah, and I still try to like blame the system 9
Yeah.
times out of 10, but this is like you thought you beat the system.
if I had a house,
I'm never selling that
I'm
fucking thing.
never selling
Holy
that fucking
shit.
thing ever. Even
Yeah.
like your family where they'll sell a house and they'll move to a new house. I don't get it. Buy a house and live there forever.
Just stay there, yeah.
Like, suck it up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even if you don't like your house or whatever,
Yeah.
there's very little reasons I would ever sell a
If
house.
you're privileged enough to own a house, keep it, man.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Because none of my family live in houses, and they probably never fucking will.
No, yeah.
Because they've never been able to get the amount.
For like even a down payment
Yeah.
or like, yeah. Because you have to save like fucking tens of thousands of dollars at least.
And they're not, my entire family, just like me, are not able, they're not people that are good with finances enough where they can get to a point and save. And then now in this economy,
where it's
where
like
shit is so
everything's-
fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not fucking able to do that shit. And I don't know, maybe we could go on fucking Caleb Hammer's podcast and he would
Tear
eat
us a
our
new
ass
one.
out or
Yeah.
something and tell us that we just have to eat bananas every day
And only bananas.
and only bananas for 6 years, and then you can maybe start saving to buy a house. But
And then once you buy the house, then you can have meals.
then you can finally eat. And it's like, no, I'm not. Obviously, no one's doing that.
Yeah.
Duh, dude. But to have a house, have 2 kids, sell it,
That's crazy, man. That's
and then
fucking-
spend all that money in 2 months, and then demand to go live somewhere rent free.
And then still also
For
travel
10 months?
while doing that. Yeah.
No, you're crazy.
Yeah.
There should be at least some sort of you should at least get a job,
Yeah.
even if it's rent free or whatever. And then when you make enough money, you pay rent
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
And then don't get mad when the person says no. Obviously, like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And also don't get mad when they're offering, like, I'll help you pay for bills at a new rental.
Yeah, that's
like-
incredibly nice. Come on, man. And then accuse them of being jealous of you? That's choosing beggar situation.
yeah, for sure.
But I still don't think they deserve to be homeless.
No,
and that's
me
the
neither.
most radical part of me.
No, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. To make it worse, my parents are siding with her, saying that family should help family and that I'm being too rigid. The thing is, my parents live in a small apartment and can't take in my sister's family, which is probably why they're pushing it on me. They say I don't understand the quote-unquote value of experiences and that I should be more supportive. Some of our mutual friends are also saying I should be more understanding, but I think it's completely unreasonable to expect me to house their whole family for nearly a year just because they didn't plan properly. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, because what is it? 3-bedroom, you're living there. I don't know if you have any other family, but if you had other people, like, are they all going to sleep in one room or are they going to take up the other
Right.
the
And they
two
probably
rooms.
would be mad about that too.
Yeah,
Because
like
they couldn't even like live in a hostel for 2 months to spread their money out.
yeah, like
So what? No.
if you're gonna you gotta be smart about it, man.
Yeah.
Which it seems like you weren't, because okay, again, you spent a fuck ton of money in 2 months.
Yeah.
That's wild. I don't know, maybe I'm like too fucking poor, but like if I have money, I'm like, I'm not touching
That's
it
what I'm
ever
saying,
again.
man.
Ever in my fucking.
And I'm not even saying like if you're homeless, you have to act poor, quote unquote,
No,
to
yeah.
like deserve housing. I don't think that at all.
No, you should. Yeah, the thing that sucks here the most is that the system has been made to like completely fuck over anyone that like. Yeah, you shouldn't be home. We should have some sort of safety net for people who are homeless.
I think if you're asking to live with somebody, you should be kind to them.
Yeah.
And considerate. That's what I believe.
No, yeah.
And yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of it. And also, they're not taking up a good offer of like
a really good and still generous offer, yeah.
And they're doing a disservice to their kids by moving their kids around at young ages, which, you know, kids at that age need stability, and they're not having stability.
I mean, I turned out fine, sir. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Josh doesn't even remember most of his childhood because he was constantly moved around and shit.
In elementary and I think a little bit of middle school, yeah.
Yeah, so like, come on, man. No, it's the kids' lives are going to be like, you ever hear about those van life influencers?
Yeah, those are kind of like.
That was just fucking live streamed child abuse straight up. And then the kids leave and go off. Like, I've heard of some, and I haven't gotten too into it. I do really want to get into it though, where like the parents, like their adult children will go off to college when they're 18 or whatever.
Yeah.
And go live in a dorm and not choose to still live in a van with them.
Yeah.
And the parents treat them like they're excommunicated from a cult.
Yeah, that's the thing that like kind of pisses me off too, is like you're weaponizing the idea of like, well, they're family, so you have to help them, and your family, I'm your sister, you have to help me.
And it's like, no, you can still disagree with family.
Yeah, for sure.
And he is offering to help and they're refusing the help.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I chose this one specifically for the people that are always like calling us, saying that we side with selfish people, that because we usually are like family should help family, or you should help your community or something.
I mean,
there is a limit.
It's not black and white. I don't know what the fuck.
We're rational people is what I'm trying to say.
Guys,
it's
I swear to God, we're rational.
I swear to God, we're rational people. You shouldn't kick out your 18-year-old as soon as they hit 18.
You shouldn't.
And you shouldn't force your kid to take loans if they don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, and you should help your family.
But also, you shouldn't be taken advantage by your family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't take advantage of family as well. I think that's a pretty obvious rational mentality to have.
But Sarah, have you considered the fact that you and I are fucking morons?
Yeah, we're dumbass young people and we don't know anything.
We're so naive.
We're little baby. Oh, we're so little.
God,
we don't know. Our brain don't work no more.
I don't know, man. Fucking crazy.
Can you imagine having a house and then selling it
and
to go to like Wendy's? Shit.
Oh, listen,
imagine.
I mean, it's probably like the most expensive fucking restaurants too, and that's where it's kind of like, why?
And then, like, you know, like, I feel like, and maybe this is just me, I feel like if I went to a fancy ass restaurant, I don't think I would like it.
Honestly, I don't think I would like it either. Not gonna lie.
Like, I just
maybe I would, but like, it's still. I'd have to get dressed up.
I know. We're not that type of. I think if we got so much money, I don't think we would. I don't really think we would spend it. I think if there's a possibility that, like, you know, say the podcast gets so fucking big or whatever, that we make so much money that we're forced to do charity because, like, we're not gonna spend it really.
Yeah, and like I'm gonna feel bad if just a bunch of money sitting around doing nothing. Yeah,
like even if we save it, it's like, well, why am I sitting on this?
Yeah,
what are we doing this for? Like, I have a house, modest house. I can, you know, pay for my hobbies or whatever, and then I have all this excess. I'm just gonna fucking do charity, I guess.
Yeah. God, man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Because we'd still be going to Waffle House.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Well, we get our assistant to deliver us the Waffle House.
Part of the Waffle House is going to the Waffle House.
That's true,
though.
yeah. I don't know, man. Be smart about money, but also fuck money, but also, like, I mean, in the current system that we're in.
Confuse even me, all right? So, shit.
Yeah. Solved it?
Solved it.
Just don't
That's
don't,
crazy.
That's fucking wild, man.
That one I also can't really believe.
I kind of can.
I kind of can from all the crap I see online all the time, but like I don't know anybody that's done shit like that.
Yeah.
And I know how cavalier people are with their kids.
I will say, like, I'm lucky that like my family's been really supportive. Like, even with Fox, one of my sisters contacted me and was like, "Hey, I know it can be financially hard." You know?
Lot of people, yeah.
And
I had 2 friends that offered money, and I was like, "No."
Very kind. Like, I don't want to make this your guys' problem, you know? Like, I'll take the hit right now. It's fine.
No, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. Speaking of money.
Speaking of money.
Am I the asshole for offering cash instead of my labor for a wedding gift?
Okay.
I'm a hobby baker. I've gifted cakes to family and friends before, but I'm very firm about not taking orders. It is not enjoyable to me and would not be a profitable endeavor unless I was pursuing it as a career. These gifts are typically for birthday parties, and the gift receiver gives me a size and a very general idea of what they would want it to look like, and I honor that in my own style and ability. Ability. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
A cousin approached me about doing her wedding cake, quote, as your wedding gift to us. After a brief discussion, I confirmed that it would not be a good fit. After she persisted in arguing the reasons I offered, I switched tactics and offered to pay $250 towards her cake order placed with someone else. That amount came from it being the maximum I would have considered spending on her gift. Okay. She took a lot of offense to this, saying she can't afford a cake, and I was implying she approached me because she can't. When I said I hadn't meant anything by it, but that was my budget for a gift, she said it would barely cover a deposit for the kind of cake she would want. End of post.
Okay. So wait, so she's saying that she can't afford a cake, but also she's mad at OP for implying that she can't afford a cake?
She's saying okay, so here's how I read it, right?
Yeah.
She wants a free cake. Let's start there.
Yes, of course. But what did she literally say in the post where she said she's mad at me saying that she can't afford a cake, but also I'm implying that she can't afford a cake?
No, she's saying she can afford a cake, and I was implying she approached me because she can't.
So she's upset that OP is saying no because it implies that she can't afford one.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes more sense than what I thought you said. But it was okay. But no, right? But then at the end, she's like, but then the deposit, the $200 wouldn't even cover the deposit on a cake that she would want.
Yeah. So it's obvious she wants a fucking big cake. Because it's a wedding cake, which makes sense. Yeah, I get it. Like,
yeah, you can't just expect labor from people for your events. Also, like, it's a gift. I don't know. Like, the thing about wedding gifts to me is, like, the way that I view it, and maybe this isn't true for everybody. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's different. I'm sure it's different for different cultures and for different people as well. Like, they're hyper-individual, like, interpersonal cultures, like families and stuff. Where I think it is like, get me anything, but if I make a registry, these are the things that I would want. So if you pick something from the registry, then you know for sure I'm going to like your gift.
Yeah.
But you can give me anything. Because then like people show up, like old people show up with like hand-me-downs and stuff. And they give it to you, and then you're like, oh, this is really nice. I didn't know I want this. Yeah. And you get to have like a nice surprise. But then also there are people out there that are like your second cousin twice removed. Yeah. You're like, I don't know her, so I guess I'll just pick off a blender from the registry. You know?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. And then I've even been to some weddings where they're like, give me money.
Yeah, just give me money.
Just money.
Yeah.
For stuff, and then we'll buy the stuff, which I actually very much appreciate because it's very to the point. Yeah, you don't
exactly.
Worry about.
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
And then you give whatever you can, and usually there's no judgment. But like, isn't it bad gift giving if you judge how much you get?
Yeah.
Like, why would you only give me this? This is disrespectful. Like, it's not a tip.
Yeah.
It's a gift.
I don't know. To me, it's obvious that like you wanted your friend to give you a free cake that would be big enough for the entire wedding party.
Mm-hmm.
And then your friend, the OP, who's like, I usually only do birthday cakes, which are
not wedding
tiered.
Yeah.
With some candles on top. And you can probably only, $250 for a cake is also pretty damn high for like even birthday cakes. You know what I mean? Like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even that like you're implying that she's too poor to not get a wedding cake, but also, it does feel like that because you're like begging your friend to make the wedding cake for everybody. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's a lot of labor too.
Yeah.
It just kind of feels like she's trying to not pay people for her labor.
Yeah.
For their labor, quote unquote. Like even the birthday cake, like the wedding cake people, which I know there's like a quote unquote wedding tax or whatever, where it's like you get a floral bouquet.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you add like wedding floral bouquet and it adds like $1,000 on there. And then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why do I have to pay this much for just why is it looks the same as the other thing, but then there's usually a lot of other services that go into those things.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know, probably people will know this, but Kendra, the makeup artist or whatever, she's a TikToker that she does little skits about what happens when she's like a makeup artist for weddings and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And she does these little skits and shit, and I love watching them because I love watching, like, service people do skits about their services.
Yeah.
Because it really gets me. It really gets me going.
Yeah.
But like I've seen a couple of hers where people are trying to say like, oh, this is not a wedding party, but we all want the same makeup and it's all going to be at this time, blah, blah, blah. And then she finds out that there's going to be going to a wedding. And then during the time when she's booked, they ask her essentially for wedding makeup services, but they want to pay her
less.
Yeah. But she has to then explain, no, if I do that, that's a lot more time. And I have other things booked after this because I only have like an hour booked for this.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it would be that intensive of makeup.
Yeah. Someone to bet with wedding makeup too.
It takes forever.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, but no, that's like a lot more time, and then I have to cancel all these other people, and then you're not going to pay me for my time, and this would be this, and it was like one of those ones where she's like, now I get a contract for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, no, you need to pay people for their services, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know some people overcharge, but then don't pay for those ones, right? You know.
Yeah. Shit, man.
I feel like we're all getting confused on
how
who does what and who deserves what. Like, I don't know why these are even questions.
Well, Sarah, I deserve everything and no one else deserves anything.
And actually, you're fucking me over by not giving me everything.
Yeah.
What?
You think you're worth the $1,000 that I would pay you to do the makeup for my wedding? Come on, take $500.
I kind of don't believe you. I kind of don't believe that the world hasn't smacked you up yet with that attitude.
Yeah, honestly.
That's kind of wild to me.
That's pretty fucking wild, yeah.
Because I've been smacked up and I don't even have that attitude. That doesn't make any sense.
God, man. I don't know. Yeah, fucking... Yeah, not the asshole,
NTA,
obviously.
NTA.
Yeah. Don't give labor for free.
No. What?
Unionize.
Yeah.
Or else.
Or else. Okay. Am I the asshole? Cashier didn't scan item.
Okay.
Hello. 19 TM, I believe, means trans male.
Okay.
I went to the mall yesterday with my friend, 18, female, and we went to H&M. I got jeans and a white hoodie. At the checkout, I was talking to the cashier, who was an older woman. When she asked if I had an email, I used my mom's email because she shops at H&M a lot. She told me that the total was $32 and some change. I thought she applied a birthday discount or something without asking. Parentheses, my mom's birthday is coming up. Or maybe there was a sale that I wasn't aware of, so I didn't think anything of it. After that, we got food, and after I ate, I looked at the receipt. The cashier didn't scan the hoodie. I was happy because I quote-unquote basically got it for free. My friend told me that she wanted to tell on the cashier because she didn't scan the hoodie.
What?
And I told her no because it wasn't my fault. She didn't scan it and I didn't want to have to go back and pay for it.
Yeah.
She told me that she would pay for it if they charged me, and I said no, literally just don't, and there won't be a problem.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah.
I walked all the way to her car while she was still in the mall, and she told a new cashier that the one who was checking me out didn't scan the hoodie.
Snitch. You're gonna get fucking killed, man. Dude. Do you also have homework afterwards?
Yeah,
like, what
shit.
the fuck? Like,
I was so fucking pissed because it wasn't her obligation as the person who didn't quote-unquote buy it. I had to go all the way back to the store to deal with it, and I was very upset. My friend did end up paying for the hoodie. Am I the asshole?
No,
We
your
have
friend's
3
the
edits.
huge asshole. Okay, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Edit. I'm paying my friend back for the hoodie. I also didn't make her pay for the hoodie. She chose to do that herself. We're also still friends and we do everything together.
I would not be friends with this person. They're so fucking annoying.
Edit 2. I was talking to the cashier the whole time and my first thought wouldn't be that she forgot to scan the item. My mom has a lot of H&M points or whatever, so I used her email. I just assumed she applied a discount or something without telling me, because I've never had a cashier forget to scan something before. I will take this as a lesson, if you will, and try to look out for this mistake and correct it at the time it actually happens. I was outside of the mall. I left the mall, which is why I didn't want to go back in. Edit 3. If you don't shop at H&M, I didn't use her points. I used her email so that my purchase would give her points. I buy my clothes from H&M because I can't afford to buy from quote-unquote nice brands. I wear the clothes I get from there every day and will only get rid of them if I literally could not wear them anymore.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, he's
Wait,
not the
your
asshole.
friend is lame.
Yeah, your friend sucks. Yeah, because,
And
okay.
if you didn't... Dude, what, you think H&M, mom and pop H&M is going to be crying because they didn't get their money
they
for
lost
the hoodie?
one hoodie.
You know how many fucking hoodies they make? And you know how much they pay the workers that make the hoodies?
Might as well be this. Might as well be a big fat goose egg 0, yeah.
Fuck H&M, man.
Yeah,
Who cares?
exactly, yeah. Also, like, let's be honest here, it is easy to not scan something. Like, if you've ever gone to a self-checkout and you tried scanning stuff, some shit's hard to scan or it just doesn't scan.
Wink, wonk.
Yeah, so, like, you know, fucking...
But yeah, no. It's, yeah. And also, like, I don't think I would notice if someone didn't scan an item.
Yeah.
And then I would go, oh, you think I'm going to go back like I'm fucking Abraham Lincoln?
I'm so sorry. I did not
They would
pay
probably
for this
look
hoodie.
at me like, well, now this is complicated for me, too.
Yeah, because
Like,
it's like...
Going and telling on the cat, you're probably going to get that cashier in trouble.
Yeah. The
And it's an old lady.
Yeah, you want them fired? Your
Or
friend
reprimanded?
sucks.
Yeah, she
like,
sucks. She doesn't know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, this dude's obviously not the... Yeah, Bryce, man. Yeah, she fucking... What a nerd.
Listen, you might love your friend. You know your friend better than we do. Your friend's a nerd.
Yeah, your friend is like...
This is something that you're going to grow up and hopefully your friend will look back on and be like, I can't believe I did that nerd shit.
Yeah, because then you...
Yeah.
Listen,
just-
don't steal, obviously, but also if you get free shit, it's
who
awesome.
cares?
Fucking, yeah,
I
great.
don't give a shit if you steal. I don't give a shit. Especially from a huge court. Just don't get caught by the cops. This is how, if I was a parent, I would totally be like, did you get caught?
Then who
Yes.
cares? Yeah.
Well, that sucks. Ass, because now I have to deal with the police.
Yeah. God, that's so stupid.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
so dumb. Oh my God.
God damn it.
Solved it. Not the asshole, obviously.
NTA.
Fuck your friend, dude. Making you spend extra money in this fucking economy?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
Ridiculous. Get the fuck out of here.
Shit, dude, you're 18.
Yeah, fucking
Get your money.
get your fucking money, dude.
God damn.
Would I be the asshole for uninviting my dad from our house until he stops calling it an apartment?
Okay.
My husband and I, both in our 30s, bought our first house last year. It's an end terrace in a major city, meaning it's small compared to countryside houses and shares a wall to another house. It's a house in our contract and the bank valuation by common sense by all definitions. My family is from the countryside. As soon as my dad saw the plans of the house, he started referring to it as an apartment and thought it was super funny. Because everyone knows jokes. I thought it was weird, but knowing him, I just chuckled and moved on with conversation. Then it became a thing. He only ever referred to it as an apartment. I didn't laugh at it anymore, just said, "Come on, Dad, it's a house." But I didn't make a big deal and moved on. One day we had a phone conversation. He again called it an apartment mid-conversation. I said, "Dad, it's not an apartment, it's a house," and let some silence hang in the air.
Yeah.
It got awkward and he laughed it off, saying, "Of course I know that. I don't mean anything by it." Then I said, "Then please call it a house. You're being impolite." Okay. Now he makes it a joke to overcorrect himself. He talks about our quote, "Oh no, I mean the house, ha ha ha," while making faces. Not great, but I'm just exhausted at this point. Please note, he has never visited the house because he lives so far away. We usually visit him. He's only seen it on images. So last weekend, he stayed over for his first visit. It was a nice weekend apart from me ignoring his jokes and some other quirks of his, but overall pleasant. Then yesterday, it was my grandma's birthday, his mom. My whole family was there, 50 people, apart from me due to the distance. I called my grandma in the evening and she asked me, "Did you move? I thought you bought a house last year." "No, still living in our same house. Why?" "Your dad's told everyone that you live in an apartment now." I then... fucking crazy. Jesus. I then talked to Grandpa, who, for the first time, started referring to our house as an apartment. I later had my mom and uncle on the phone who always referred to it as a house, but now call it an apartment. And my mom told my dad he even goes so far as to call it a chicken den to her and my sisters because he finds it so ridiculous. Apparently, it's still the funniest joke to him, but the rest of the family takes it as a fact. I'm fed up. I want to tell him that he's not invited anymore until he starts being respectful. But whenever I have an opinion, I'm being hysterical and in the wrong. My husband is Teflon. He thinks my dad is not very bright about social cues and I should not argue with an idiot. But I'm not as unfazed as he's by this kind of stuff. Right. So would I be the asshole if I tell him to leave me alone and not stay over again until he changes his attitude? There are 3 edits, and 2 of them were not here when I read this story the first time.
So, I mean, yeah, everyone knows my advice is gaslight your dad. And gaslight everyone else into thinking your dad is senile.
Yeah.
1,000%. Be
Yeah.
like, "Do you live in an apartment now?" "No, I live in a house." "Oh, your dad is telling everyone you live in an apartment." "Oh, he's old.
He's getting old, man.
He just doesn't understand." I keep having to correct him about it.
Yeah.
And it's really sad. He's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
It's early onset, you know. Like, just keep doing that and wait and see until the family hears back and is like, he hears back and then he calls you angrily.
Yeah, right.
And you're like, well, I mean, you keep, like, I do genuinely think you're losing your mind, father.
Because you're, like, continuously doing this over and over and over again.
And I mean, he's doing it to you. He's calling you hysterical.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy. That's fucking off. That's fucked up.
Yeah. So you should do it back. Yeah.
All right, 3 edits. Edit 1, I live in the UK. It's called a house here. Edit 2, he actually calls it a flat. I just incorrectly Americanized it for some reason. Since we're on Reddit, apologies.
Right, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Edit 3, thanks for the input, everyone. I have written a long message in which I expressed my frustration to my dad about him repeatedly calling our house a flat, even though I hadn't asked him not to. I explained that while the word itself didn't matter, it hurt that he ignored my feelings. I said it became more upsetting when he said it in front of other family members, and they started using the same term. I asked him to stop making this joke and to respect our home the way I see it. He has a habit of talking over me on the phone and not properly listening to me, so I figured a message would be more effective. This was his response.
Oh, God.
All quotes for the next little bit.
Shit.
"Hey, big girl," parentheses, "I'm tall." Yeah, it sounds weird. So, actually, yesterday we were mostly talking about what a nice weekend it was. The topic of the flat, or whatever it is, was really just a side issue. By the way, I didn't even talk about it during the whole weekend with you guys. Why would I? It's not that important to me at all, which is why I don't need to pay much attention to it. And besides, the whole thing lasted at most 5 minutes, so everything's chill. I'm a little surprised that this even made its way to you at all. Best, Dad. I responded, "If it's not that important, then I don't understand even more why you insist on calling it a flat, especially when I've asked you not to do so. As I said, I would really appreciate if we could drop the joke." He didn't respond after that. I later got a hunch and called my mom, his ex-wife. She was upset, but not with me. Apparently, he forwarded my messages to each of them and left very angry voice messages about my, quote, hysteria, accusing them of ratting him out, and disloyalty. They didn't say anything. It was my grandparents. My mom lost it and gave him a huge telling off for speaking to all of us that way, and that he should know better than to behave like this at their age, both 55, that he should be more supportive dad and not such a bull in a china shop. He hasn't been in touch with anyone since. I imagine he's sulking. He's never been great with criticism. Anyway, I feel supported by my mom and guilty because I caused a family argument. I hope he mulls everything over and comes to the conclusion that he won't do it again. I didn't want things to blow up just for the jokes to stop. Oh well. That's
I just treat him like he's senile.
Still, same response, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did a story, not recently, but at some point where, like, the same thing, it's like, okay, if it's not serious and not important, why do you keep doing it? Like, as the response. Because, like,
Well, you know, this had happened to me. That was one of the biggest things. That was the I had a fight with my mom because she called you Zach for like the first year of us dating. It was like an entire year. And I kept being like, no, his name is Josh. And she was like, oh, I can't keep them together. And then she would make a big deal and be like, Zach, oh, sorry. I mean, like in the exact same way.
Yeah.
And then eventually when I was like, hey, listen, can you please not, like literally the first time I was like, hey, listen, can you please like try to not do that?
Just a little bit?
She's like, yeah, but I'm just forgetting. And I was like, yeah, okay. I get that you're forgetting, and I'm sorry that you're forgetting. Whatever. And I know you guys didn't hang out too often. You did meet her.
Yeah, I did meet her, yeah.
Yeah, and you would also come over like while she was there.
Yeah.
And shit. And we had that kind of relationship, and so I was like, hey, listen, like, I would really appreciate it if you would at least try. And we were talking about like stuff or whatever. And then in the conversation where she said like, yeah, sure, I'll try, she misnamed you on purpose to make me upset.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Girl, fuck you. Like, you can't even respect me a little bit. And then afterwards, she would send me really condescending messages where she was like, I'm really working on trying to get his name right or something like that. And I was like, you're just a bitch. Like, I've spent my whole life trying to figure out what's wrong with you and what's wrong with me and why we don't have a good relationship and why we're always fighting. And it's just, you're a fucking bitch. You're something I can't say on YouTube.
Yeah, I like, heard you. I heard the first syllable almost come out of your mouth.
You're just a bitch. Yeah. You're just mean. You're just a mean, cruel person.
Yeah. But have you considered it's all just jokes, man?
It's all just jokes, man.
It's all just jokes.
Okay.
Jokes are when I can say anything I want and not get in trouble for it.
Yeah. Well, your jokes have consequences, dude.
I'm sorry. Wait, I said something that offends you? Come on. That's woke.
Come on. It's just a joke.
You can't. No one can joke anymore.
No one can joke anymore.
I'm
sorry.
Jerry Seinfeld.
I don't like you anymore. How about that? Like how many, like when sometimes with parents like these, it's like they use the social perception of someone cutting off their parent. Like, just usually when you cut off your parent, sometimes you'll talk about it and people will be like, how could you be so heartless? That's your parent. That's your family. Even then, like, I feel like it's kind of, the tide has changed a little bit where it's not usually, those people are usually the ones that get clowned on, which is nice to see. But they use that like social pressure as like a weapon of like, haha, you can't get rid of me. So now I will be annoying as shit to you for the rest of your life. And I'm going to disrespect you in any possible way I can. And then shit, like they make it about stupid shit so that when you eventually are like, I can't do this anymore. I just don't physically like you as a person.
Yeah.
I don't like being around you. You don't make me feel good when I'm around you.
Have you considered the fact that you're being hysterical right now? And actually, I don't know. I can't believe that you're offended by this right now.
Yeah, somehow I don't really enjoy your company at all. And then they turn around and they're going to be like, well, you're going to regret it when I die. And I'm like, what? Okay.
What's there to regret?
Okay, what's there to regret, though? Because we didn't have good times. So why? Actually, it sounds like a relief if you would die. And then all of a sudden you're saying shit like that. And then people are like, you would dare cut off your parent because he won't call your house an apartment? You loser.
Listen,
and it's
I think
like,
after you do it, after...
Yeah,
like you do it for fucking such a elongated period of time and you're consistently being told, no, I'm gonna keep doing this though.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts is what it is.
Yeah.
You would also be...
There's a breaking point.
As frustrated as I am in this situation. So I totally get it. You're not the asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole at all, obviously, man. Fuck. I really hate, and I keep saying this every fucking week because I feel like there's always at least one story that I read and I'm like, someone is gonna use the excuse that they're saying a joke. And I'm just so pissed.
It's disrespect to jokes.
It's a disrespect to like just anyone
comedy.
Who's cared about comedy even
Comedy's
a little bit.
Art form, man.
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
And I suck at it, but you suck at it way worse than I do. So I get to point down and laugh at you, motherfucker.
At least I care about if I hurt people or not.
Yeah,
you don't even do that.
Nah. I'm a comedian. I'm an anti-woke comic.
I'm an anti-woke comic, honestly.
God.
All right, last one, dude.
Also, someone who lived in a townhouse. Yeah, they're fucking homes, dude.
Yeah, they're
Like,
homes. That townhouse was big as fuck.
It was pretty fucking big, honestly. Also, we need more of that. We need more townhouses in America too. Like
Yeah.
we need, and I know this is like a British UK thing, like in the story, but like we need more like the missing middle, like filling that up,
Yeah.
and also mixed use. What's that Northern Line bit where it's like when the apartment building has restaurants and shops on the bottom floor, first floor? Yeah,
it's so funny. But no, it's like I don't know, man. That's another thing is like the classism in that we didn't even touch on, which you can now do that in the comments if that's something that you want to do.
You're because your parents live in the countryside and have a big ass plot of land and a big ass house,
and you don't anything smaller than their house is not a house.
It's actually really poor. Actually, now that I think about it,
what a limited way of thinking, you stupid idiot.
Yeah. Me getting a New York apartment for $300,000.
It's weird because it is annoying to sometimes hear New Yorkers be like, "Oh yeah, New York, where you got to go get the chopped cheese on and ham or whatever." And it's like, no, I don't fucking know what you're talking about, but I do get why they do that.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's different. They live a different life than everybody else. I totally fucking get it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I don't know anything about, oh, when you go on 32nd Street and you see the statue and you're like, like, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Also, I don't know why I'm giving you that accent, but there is a New York accent. I feel like
you're doing more of a Californian accent in a weird way.
I hate LA
where you take
too.
the 405 to the fucking...
Yeah, I hate literally any city where they do that, and then they're like, fucking everybody knows about my... No, you're a city.
So what you're saying is Orlando's the best city on the planet? Is what?
No, Atlanta is. Everyone knows Atlanta's the best city.
God, all right.
And you have to stop it from being turned into Cop City, because that is a great city.
That is true, yeah.
That's the Atlanta truly is the only one where they're like, when you go to Piedmont Park... Peachtree. Everyone's raised on Peachtree.
Yeah.
The fucking all the jokes are just about how shitty Atlanta is.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
God.
The fucking rush hour is from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Yeah. Good times.
24/7.
Yeah. Solved it.
Trigger warning. Fat phobia, eating disorders.
Okay.
Am I overreacting for wanting to break up with my boyfriend because he wants me to lose weight at 105 pounds?
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, all right.
Boyfriend thinks I'm not skinny enough. For context, I'm
Sorry.
You don't need anything else.
Yeah, we can stop here.
What? Like...
What more am I gonna gain other than how much of an asshole your boyfriend is? Like, that's...
exactly.
How badly... which part of the body's going in the wood chipper first, you know?
Yeah. For context, I'm 105 pounds and 5'3". I'm skinny, but apparently not skinny enough for my boyfriend because he keeps bringing it up. Especially my legs. He keeps saying, slim down your legs until next time I see you. Parentheses, we're long distance. End parentheses. So he just is like drive by giving you an eating disorder? That's so crazy.
Ridiculous.
Or be skinny for me next time you visit. Be skinny for me next time you visit. Sometimes he also asks me, oh, did you go for a run today? But then the other day when I mentioned that I could get Ozempic, he said I wouldn't need it because I'm skinny already. Would you break up with your boyfriend over something like this? Honey, I would break up with him as soon as he started talking to me.
Yeah,
I think
no.
You shouldn't do this.
Holy fuck.
You're gonna lose weight by dumping the 100
the
pound
package
whatever,
that he's holding, yeah.
However much he weighs. Like,
that's so fucking dude. Men shut the fuck up challenge. Parentheses
I've
impossible.
never fucking had this problem in my life.
Yeah. God, I really, and I was talking about it on stream too, man. I really hate that when we talk about exercise, because that was brought up, I guess, like in the, like, oh, you went for a run today.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't give a fuck about weight loss. And I think I talk about this all the time, but like, you should be working out just for like your heart and your health. But like, and like,
we were thinking about going vegetarian.
Yeah, even.
Just because we want to.
Yeah, and like
and to not eat like shit all the time.
Yeah, probably when we have more money. Yeah, like that might be, if we're able to, that makes more sense. Like
yeah, well, which we mean like literally buy groceries. But I'm never thinking about weight loss. I'm always thinking about just eating healthy.
Yeah, and like,
and then like if I lose weight, that's great.
Yeah, that's whatever.
But I like my body. Like, that's kind of the weird thing is now, like, for a long time I really hated my body for being fat. And because I felt like a lot of people were reminding me all the day, your body's weird because it's too big. But then eventually when we moved in together and COVID, and we would just stay in, I was like, I actually really like it. I actually think I'm hot.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
I think I'm really hot and awesome. Sometimes I feel gross, but it's like the normal you feel gross
like,
as a woman because you're on your period and you're bloated or something.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, and so now I'm like, if I want to get healthy, I just want to get healthy.
Yeah.
I don't want to actually lose weight. But then if I lose weight, that's fine. I don't care.
So I don't know, man. But okay. But also,
I feel bad for women that are skinnier than me because it seems like when you're in that kind of like, I always see it as like the 100-pound to like 130-pound.
Yeah.
Women are always getting boyfriends like this
that are always the most and like most scrutinized,
just
like
dedicated to telling them like you need to lose weight to the point where you're nothing.
Yeah.
I need you to be less. And I would never date somebody that would tell me that I need to be less. And I don't understand it. And I feel really bad because I think, weight loss is on a lot of people's minds that are at all different types of, weights. And I really wish, like, I know it's not as easy to say this, but like, it's just saying it and then you're like, oh, okay, great, I'll stop. It's like, I really wish you realize that these men don't love you. They want a toy.
Yeah, like literally he's like treating you like property. Like, get skinny for me.
Get skinny for me next time.
If he had the chance, he would make sure you didn't have the right to vote. Like literally that this is the slippery slope that we're going down.
He doesn't think of you as a person. He's dehumanized you to a point where he doesn't care about your body and how you live.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about you being healthy even.
Yeah, because like I don't know like enough about like weight and like height, but like you're fine for sure, probably.
As long as you're healthy, you're fine. If you're like the only person telling you to lose weight or get better is like the most a doctor, and even then you should be skeptical.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Because some
motherfuckers, they're human. They are valuable. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was told to lose weight to get rid of my depression. That's not cool.
Yeah, that's not cool at all. No.
Yeah.
Also, fucking what is it? Long distance too. Like, come on.
Yeah, I would bet dollars to donuts, not because
this isn't
of
your
anything
fault
that you were doing, because he's an asshole.
He's the biggest piece of shit
he's
that he
probably
can be.
Going around fucking other girls or something.
Probably, yeah.
Or at least trying.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But I assume not, because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, like.
And I'm sorry that he's.
You have to deal with this man.
Dump him.
Get his ass out of your life.
Just like
live
never.
a happier life, dude.
Can you imagine spending money traveling to someone for them to tell you get skinny by the time I come back?
I'd
never go back.
No, I would never go back either, dude.
And then when they're like, "Hey, why haven't you seen me in 6 years?" I'm not skinny yet.
How about you think about what you said last time? Yeah, like Jesus.
I'm working really hard to get skinny for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, glug 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 glug, like on the phone, sucking another man's dick.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want for you. I want you to get into your baddie era. I want you to get into your baddie era.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, yeah, fuck this guy, man.
Yeah, the guy sucks. He's a piece of shit.
Horribly, man. Solved it, though.
Solved it.
I think my last one's fun. I don't fucking remember right now. Oh, this person sucks. Okay, cool.
Woo!
Am I the asshole for stitching up my boyfriend's toy with the wrong thread?
Oh, I was curious by this one. What kind of possible thread could someone use to be an asshole?
You're gonna see.
Yeah.
The title sounds stupid because it is. Yes, me and my boyfriend James, 24 male, are both grown-ass adults, and he has a stuffed toy turtle.
Okay, well, adults can have stuffed animals.
Yeah. I'm playing fucking tabletop TPG simulator, and people buy plushies all the time, yeah. He's weirdly attached to the stupid thing. He keeps it in his closet and occasionally takes it out to look at it for a bit before putting it back.
That doesn't sound weirdly attached.
Yeah, that
sounds normally attached. Yeah.
It's slightly larger than the size of my hand, gray, and pretty unremarkable.
Okay.
Recently, I've gotten a bit suspicious of the thing, which sounds stupid, but it does look like it's meant to hide something. And whenever he picks it up, he squeezes it as if to check the inside. Not because it's a plushie that's soft and you can squeeze, but because he's hiding bricks of cocaine there.
Yeah, like what are you
talking about? About a week ago, I couldn't take the curiosity anymore and took the thing out myself. There were stitches on the underside, and I took a little nail clipper and opened it. I just wanted to see what was inside.
Baby.
It ended up just being a pen. I stitched
Like a vape pen?
It doesn't say, it just says pen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I stitched it back closed, of course, and he didn't notice. This morning he took it out again, and this time he noticed. Apparently I used the wrong shade of gray. James was furious and called me quite a few names, including that I was the worst person to have ever existed ever, and that he despised me. I reminded him that when I'd ask if I could touch it, he said I could do whatever as long as I, quote, put it back right. He said that obviously didn't extend to cutting it open and I was a psycho. He hasn't been speaking to me since and is keeping the turtle with him, even though he's pretty embarrassed of it.
I'm confused. Because what? I'm confused by both of these people's actions. Why would you keep a pen in a stuffed animal?
I don't know if it's like
a vape pen?
I don't know. I really have no clue what it, like a pen. Like maybe it's just like a writing pen or something.
Why though?
But also it's stitched closed, so there's probably like why would he put something in there?
Yeah.
I don't think he would have put something in there actually, because if it was completely open or like you had to use a nail clipper to like.
Well, I mean, this is one of those holy communication issues, Batman.
Yeah.
Just ask.
Yeah.
Why is he keeping it a secret?
Yeah.
But then also, why didn't you just fucking ask?
Yeah. But it's also not really a secret because he's like bringing it out in front of you and like just touching it.
But I'm saying there's a pen in here.
Yeah.
Because like no one is really, he had no chance to keep a secret because you didn't even ask him.
Yeah.
And it's not because you used the wrong thread. You're the asshole. You're the asshole.
I'm going to say you're the asshole.
You're the
for
asshole.
Sure.
A little bit everybody should hear because why would he call you the worst person in the world for you stitched it back up? Come on. You know what I mean?
But I guess like, okay, listen. I love plushies, man. I love them.
Yeah.
Listen, if I were just...
I mean, but you don't know the significance of it. But
that's
also,
the thing, yeah.
I don't know the significance of it because he didn't tell me.
I have two little stuffed alligators that, they're tattered and broken and like,
Would you break up with me if I cut one open?
I think I'd be pissed off.
I mean, honestly, it'd be kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
I would
be
feel
really
bad
fucked up.
about doing it. I wouldn't do it.
I think it's too long into the relationship, which is not an excuse for you to go do it. All right, but also
I don't know why I'm pointing at you like you're gonna do it.
Like you're winking to the camera like I'm gonna go do that right now.
I'm gonna go do that right now.
But like, okay, here's my thing, right? It depends on the sentimental attachment to it, but also I guess it's just the lack of trust or respect to be like I'm gonna fucking stab this thing open.
With your partner is respectful.
Yeah.
Not doing that is disrespectful.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It just is. I don't know how else it's like air. It just is a thing that exists. There's no explanation. It just is that.
Yeah.
So not communicating with your partner and then stabbing open their stuffed animal is bad, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know why you needed two podcasters to do that, to tell you that, but there you go. He's not mad at you because you chose the wrong color thread. That's how he found out.
Yeah, that's how he fucking found out.
And then he got mad at you, and then he called you the worst person to ever exist. I don't know. I think Hitler's pretty bad, but in a different world where I'm dating someone I'm not compatible with, I could see myself doing this. And just being a stupid idiot. And then him being like, you're the worst person ever. I don't know. Hitler's was pretty bad. I think Hitler did worse, if I'm honest.
Liberal.
Checkmate liberals.
Yeah.
But I would still be the asshole of that situation.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. God, man.
Don't do that. Ask him.
Ask him, yeah. See if there's,
Maybe the pen has significance. Maybe the thread has significance.
Yeah, all of it can have significance, man. Like, shit. And you just, like, went...
You're obviously judgmental of him and his fucking stuffed animal.
Yeah.
So if you've said shit like that before to him, no wonder he's not going to tell you.
That's the thing that makes it almost so firmly you're the asshole is the way it's written too, where it's like, yeah, he's a grown-ass man and he has a stuffed toy that he plays with.
Yeah, it's pretty judgy.
Yeah, and then like, oh God, also the other thing too, where it's like, I mean, you said I can do whatever I want with it as long as it was back to normal. Like, that's pretty fucking...
Yeah, it's manipulative.
Yeah, like that's you're
twisting
dude.
my words.
Yeah, to get away with something you wanted to do.
It's like obviously a bad
behind
thing.
my back. Yeah,
Like let's be adults here. You know,
Yeah.
none of this is adult shit.
not at all. Yeah,
Like it's not okay for him to have a stuffed animal because he's an adult, but it is okay for you to act like a child instead of communicating your feelings.
yeah. That's Come on.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, asshole for sure.
Solved it.
Solved it though, and that's our show. Sarah, what do you want to plug?
Nothing.
Sweet. I'm Joshua Chinland on most things. A guy nicknamed JC on Twitch.
I'll be better next week.
Yeah, I'll be better next week too.
Yeah.
A podcast will save this on Instagram, APWSTR on TikTok, APWSTR Productions on YouTube. A podcast will save this relationship on all podcasting platforms. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell. Rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts.
Woo!
Palestine, Congo, Sudan links are down in the description, as well as distributed computing links. Ways to support include buymecoffee.com and patreon.com/APWSTR to support financially. UNRWA merch, our merch goes to UNRWA, so go check that out.
We're gonna look into it though to see if we can do something else that goes directly to Palestinians. Yeah,
Exactly, yeah. So, other than that, I think that's everything pretty much.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye. It is catchy. That's what sucks about it.
really
If I was
is.
wasted on the magician movie.
It's really good, man.
God, man.
Fuck. Shit.
Why did they try to make Mark Zuckerberg relatable and cool and
Dick.
sexy? That's weird.
I know that is really weird.
Come on.
He's
got
not.
Dave Franco.
You have Dave Franco right there.
I buy Jesse
Woody
Eisenberg-
Harrelson.
Or even Woody Harrelson, yeah. But now
Like
he's washed
shit,
up because
man.
he's old.
Come on.
And he's a hermit because he gets the
I
hermit
probably would have
card.
watched that fucking movie if they made Woody Harrelson the sexy magician guy.
Yeah.
I would probably have like a magician thing right now.